This is gonna be a chaotic
Never.
first session. Hello, everybody. Hello and welcome. It's been two.
Chicken shit.
Okay.
Guys, this
Not
is
even
going great
5
already.
seconds in.
I
It's
forgot to
taken
relog and I
me-
changed my password.
Also, Takara, honey, you have Streaming Marvel Rivals as your.
Oh my god, I haven't even updated. I was so ready. I didn't even
Girl.
I'm gonna cry. Oh my god.
This is totally Marvel Rivals, guys.
Sorry,
Guys,
Marvel Rivals.
okay, guys, I'm gonna
Style to it.
insta-log.
Yeah,
I'm
totally.
playing the Doom.
That's why I was asking for title things.
Thank you for 36 first redeems paper. Appreciate it. And then I think Dungeons and Dragons is a...
It is.
Yes, there we go. Just kidding, guys. It's definitely Marvel Rivals. Thank you for telling me.
Wow.
If that
Good
happens
streamer,
again,
everybody.
you are free to tell me if I mess up or anything
Bully
like
you?
that.
You
I will kick you from this video
love me.
sometimes.
I even shouted you out.
Thank you. I saw that.
How kind.
Thank you so much. Appreciate the shout out. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome.
Why do you sound so hateful of that? Jesus Christ.
Sorry. My bad. I'll say it with more hate now.
Oh, jeez.
But hello, everybody. I know this has been an idea sitting in my brain way too long. My first time ever DMing. I have come together with these amazing, lovely other people to create this lovely campaign, and I hope you guys sit back and enjoy. It's going to be a lot of fun. And also, one little side note, I wanted to say that today's stream is going to help promote the CFF to help with those in Los Angeles who've been affected by the recent wildfires. So if you want to go click on that link, that'll direct you to everything you need to know, and also a donation. So first off, I would like to have my cast introduce themselves, starting with Groovy.
Hi, everybody. I'm totally groovy. I am the Rocker Boy VTuber, but I will be playing as Fenlin Zamur in this campaign. I'll be playing a elf hunter, the elf ranger.
All right, and next on my list, Glacia.
Hello, everyone. My name is Glacia Milotica. I am a chaotic VTuber over here on Twitch. I will be playing Gidget, a Circle of the Moon druid.
All right, Cherry.
Oh, hello. Hi. You might already know me, but if you don't, I'm Cherry. I am your favorite gothic cleric tiefling. Debut pending. But now I am playing Sif, the elf fighter.
All right, and Garrett.
Hello, I am Gary Man. I'm just a guy who's here. I am playing Galadar Nenmoth, a half-orc paladin, who has quite the family history.
Which I'm sure we will reveal in due time.
Indeed.
Next.
We all have history.
Oh, everyone's gonna be like, "Hey, trauma session!" Like Dr. Phil's about to show up.
Not the Dr.
I'm gonna put medieval Dr. Phil in here with the character.
The medieval Dr. Phil.
Medieval Dr. Phil with the character sheet and
Dr.
everything.
Mill.
Dr.
Dr.
Mill.
That's great.
Sir Dr. Phil. Next, Nugget.
Hello. I'm kidding now. I'm Nugget. Nice to meet you all. I'll be playing Jonas Brimson, a Okay, it's gonna be basic.
No.
A standard human fighder champion.
Guys,
He's
is
a
this
strong boy, and he's a good old boy.
guys,
Like,
is
take
this
the
now for
sun.
me from Rising a Shield Hero?
Okay,
Yeah.
listen up. I
It's
just
just
told the
not for
artist
me.
what to do. She did what she wanted. But he's just a good old farm boy. It's like if you took the sun and put it into a person.
Oh, very adorable. Very adorable. And last but not least, now you gotta really make a bang impression now. We've got Ballesta.
What's up, everybody? My name is Ballesta, also known as Zach from Publix. I'm playing Kalion Rayrath, an Illrigger tiefling. That's it.
This is gonna be great, you guys. And of course, last but not least, it's me, Takara Moonstar, your lovely dungeon mistress that everybody knows and loves and definitely doesn't bully. I definitely don't ban people on the daily basis. Hello, everybody. For those who don't know me,
Before we started, she kicked me out of
it's
the
the
Discord.
audible sigh from everybody. This is my first time being a dungeon mistress. And also, if you're interested in seeing my Matt Mercer inspired dungeon master outfit, I do have that up for funding over on my Ko-Fi. We are 20% of the way there, and the rigging will be done by the lovely person who actually did the rigging for this model, Mariam Wisla. If you want to go check that out, just put !Ko-Fi in the chat. And another thing I wanted to clarify beforehand for this stream, for any future streams as well for D&D, there's going to be no sound alert redeems, and there's going to be no, like, there's not going to be a lot of other redeems. The only ones I kept up, I think, were going to be, like, hydrating and sing a song just to, help give the players a bit of a break. But that'll be about it. The regular redeems will be back tomorrow when we do our collaboration with Zeta. But for right now, we're minimizing the redeems. This one, feel free to sit back, relax. If you do happen to miss a part of the stream, don't worry. If you wanted to see a certain encounter, or you wanted to replay and check out a certain part, these VODs will be uploaded on YouTube. Once I set up the VOD channel, I'm going to have this be the first thing I will upload. But for right now, just everything's going to be minimized a little bit. So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for having faith in me for this. And again, thank you to this lovely cast, of course, for trusting me, even though I'm a first-time DM. So please have some patience. There will be some mistakes made, but you know what? It's fine. This is just session 1. Not to
Dungeons
worry.
and Dragons, there's no mistakes.
Dungeons and Dragons. I gotta be perfect. My
It's
bad.
all a story to be told.
My bad, guys. I should have just straight up
There's only
be...
trauma.
My bad. I'm just gonna straight up be Matt Mercer, guys.
Yeah, channel your inner
That's
Matt
crazy.
Mercer. And channel your inner white guy.
We only accept perfection.
Okay, my bad. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Critical Role.
Hey, we don't want to get sued now. Come on.
Well, yeah, we don't get sued.
I'm the channel the inner white boy.
If literally I get sued by Matt
Right,
Mercer,
you're
it'll be a
right,
fucking
boy.
honor.
True.
That being
You'll
said,
just tell him what you want to do to Vecna, and he'll go away.
oh yeah, let's not talk about the Vec now. That'll be a separate encounter for you guys to witness later
Yeah.
against your.
That's a separate encounter.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Everyone cries in pain.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Everyone sighs in pain.
Anguish.
Absolute anguish. Some of you have dealt with me for years, though. Like Cherry and Ballesta have dealt with me for years.
What are we at, 7?
Something like that. Ballesta sitting in pained silence.
Anytime Takara mentions Vecna, we take a drink.
Everyone be black.
I don't want to be drunk within 5 minutes.
They take a shot.
Everyone dies. All right. With that being said, let's get on with the Queen's Corpsemen.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right. Welcome to Yevalia, home of proficiency, a kingdom led by a lineage of strong, intelligent queens. Surrounded by vast forests, bustling roads for trade and travel, Yevalia prides itself in having anything you need. For over a century, Yevalia was revered for protectors of its own town and the ones outsourced to other kingdoms. From the mightiest of paladins to the most holy of clerics, down to even the most skilled bards. Some of these protectors you may know as your childhood folk hero. That's all thanks to Rosary Academy, a boarding school for gifted children of all backgrounds. In the founding years of the town, King Yorin created the school to draw in the most talented of individuals, to farm their talents to find those who would eventually be picked like apples off a tree or a puppy from a litter, the chosen who would become part of the King's Guards. Everyone in the kingdom, far and wide, sent their children to train at Rosary Academy, hungry for whatever the reason may be. Bragging rights, money, a chance for power, recognition, any way to move up the social ladder. One of the first scholars of the academy, Arave Yamura, an elven sorcerer and the only woman, was one of the first to be picked by the king, his guard. For many years, the guardsmen were honored by wherever they went. Strongest of the realm, they were unavoidable to be heard about. Every child wanted to be like them. However, she and the other guards soon realized the king was using them to carry out his personal. Arave snapped when the king misled them to assassinate innocent people, all under the guise of the greater good. Arave, completely at the end of her line, led a raid with the townspeople informed of the king's corruption, stormed into the kingdom, and eliminated King Yorin. And that was the story of how Arave started the lineage of queens that would bless Yavalia. Arave, proud of her alma mater, continued to sponsor and take care of Rosary Academy, but utilized the graduates to aid other kingdoms, as a way to make amends for King Yorin's destruction over the past years. This source of aid continued all the way to Rosary Academy's 86th class, Queen Adalira, a half-elf sorcerer. At the beginning of her reign, Rosary Academy had its 86th graduation. Students of different backgrounds, proud of their accomplishments, were about to become the next leaders of change. However, before the final words were spoken, a dragon terrorized the city, destroying the school and killing many. The dragon didn't discriminate. Children, women, poor, rich alike were all killed. In turn, the other kingdoms had questioned the safety and state of protection from Vivalia. Queen Adalira disappeared, all Rosary scholars were questioned, humiliated, arrested, some killed for the failure of the queen. You all have graduated from the school at some point, some of you there on that fateful day, whether as a graduating scholar or an alumni. In the rarest turn of events, Adalira returned a decade later, but she wasn't the bright, hopeful queen she was before. She claimed she had exiled herself until she killed the dragon, parading a cloak of its skin. Reluctantly, she was somehow crowned queen again. In this current year, Adalira's queen no longer stands Rosary Academy, her guards handpicked and ruled with an iron fist. But there's more to this than meets the eye. Soon, and now, our story will begin. We are going to begin with Jonas. You're going in, entering through the gates of the city. It's bustling. There's a market today. There's vendors left and right. A little familiar. You've been here before. You're looking around. Everyone's offering something to you. They want you to buy something. And a woman who's behind her cart has some fruit reaches out. Hey, you looking to buy something to eat today?
No, thank you, ma'am. I have enough rations in my pack for now. Thank you, though.
What are we doing today? What's going on with you? She's nice, sweet, a little bit older. It's clear she's here to help her kids. She's just having, this is routine for her. This is market. This is what she usually does. She's just wondering, curious. Yavalia has full of sweet citizens. You know how it is.
I'm actually from out of town, ma'am, and I'm actually looking for a. Well, and he just gestures to all the. It's very clear that the armor he has covering his body is very secondhand. It's mixed matching. It's not fitting well. There's leather and metal. It clashes like the dickens. But he does have a sword, and he does have a kite shield. And, funnily enough, a pure white band, a ribbon, around his left bicep. I'm looking to be a mercenary, so I'm wondering if you got any places around here that kind of, sort of feel those kind of folk.
Mercenary.
Bounties and all that jazz.
Mercenary. Well, we do have a blacksmith down the street. If you just go down a little bit past the next few stands, there's going to be the blacksmith over there. And then there's also, I believe, a tailor right next to it. And you're going to be able to find, some armor and stuff like that. Although, I would talk to some of the guards, though. They might be able to help you. Just a little bit. Just be a little careful. Some of them are not a little nice, so be a little cautious, alright? Because they get pissed over the smallest thing. I barely was able to allow to keep my stand today because, well, it's been a little tough selling some things lately. The gods, they have been a little worse lately, especially since, well, Her Majesty came back. Not really the same. How long has it been since you last came to Evalia?
He's actually going to stop and think.
Thank you so much for
It's been a while. I'm not too good with the numbers and dates and all that. I just fought in the land at home. But I'd have to say a few years probably.
Well, it's been a little worse for wear lately. But trust me, we make it work. But yeah, go down the street and you should be able to find that blacksmith that you're looking for.
Well, then he's going to thank her and give her a single gold coin out of his 10, bring it down to 9, and then he's going to head that way.
Alright, we're gonna have you walk down the street right to the front of the blacksmith. And then I'm going to pull in Fenlin. You kind of overhear from the street you kind of hear from another vendor. You're standing over here. You hear that he wants to be a mercenary, and you kind of approach him before he gets into the blacksmith. Fenlin?
What's this about wanting to be a mercenary, huh? That I overhear.
Oh, nice to meet you. First off, I'm Jonas. Well, as you can see, kind of picked up what I could, but he's gonna get real close and just kind of stage whisper. You ever been sweet on a gal, but her parents don't exactly approve of you?
I can't say I have, but I feel your pain there. I understand.
Yeah.
So what exactly is it that you're looking for, partner?
Well, just so to that end, her pa's one of them lords down in Housegrove, right? And well, she means a lot to me, and he won't let me propose because I ain't worth the dirt on his boom, apparently. So I'm trying to make a name, and my teacher, who taught me a little bit of sword work, I ain't nothing good right now, but enough to get by, you know. He told me that bounties and such can help get me there.
Well, you'd be correct in that assumption, but I hope you know it's a dangerous game, bounties and hunting people down for money. I understand you probably came to the big city looking for a score to take back home and impress everybody, huh?
Well, I mean, you know the saying, all's fair in love and war, and love is a battlefield. But I know it ain't no sprint. It's like when you're wrestling a cow. You gotta kind of keep the steer going until it tires itself out, you know? And then you take it down. It's not just a quick wham bam, thank you, ma'am. You gotta actually try. And I ain't looking for a handout. I want it to actually be worth it, you know?
Yeah, I completely get where you're coming from. I can't say I have the same upcoming or motivations or any of that you have, but I'm here for my own reasons. What do you say we look around, we try to figure something out?
Oh, but I just realized I never got your name. I'm sorry. That was mighty rude of me. Jonas Brimson, at your service.
Nice to meet you, partner. I'm Fenlin Zamur.
And with that, you both walk into the blacksmith. You see this kind of rugged man behind the counter. You kind of get like a chilling vibe as you look at him. This man has gone through things. He has been here for a long time within Yevalia. He has traveled most of the Isle here. You could tell he's kind of similar to you guys with a background from Grove. He's got a scar going down the side of his eye. He's got a bit of his lip pulled off, like another like big nasty scar that goes all the way to almost like horizontal across the face. That scar with the eye is missing. It's gray. It's replaced with a glass eye. A bit of an honor from your guys' country. I mean, your guys' city of Grove. You know the culture. Tough. It's brutal. You guys don't get a moment to breathe. It feels like the air is tense. Like you have to take a moment and just sit and look at this guy in awe. And he kind of looks at you guys both like he's beneath you. But then he turns back to the man in front of him, Galadar, who's arguing, of course, because you Housegrovian men are, if nothing but stubborn. And he looks over at Galadar. He's like, sorry, I got nothing for you. Get lost, kid.
Are you sure that there's nothing that I can do? No job that I can take?
Sorry, man. Unfortunately, you know how it is here. Guards, they do everything here. We're not allowed to know nothing. We can't say nothing. Unfortunately, I can't really tell you much, but you gotta be careful, I'm telling you. Mercenary life, I know a lot of you kids are trying to, especially from the academy or whatever, mean, I know you guys are trying to make names for yourself, live that glory you guys once had. I'm sorry, but it's been tough, you know. Unless you find looking trouble, you're gonna have a tough time, especially with the guards. They've been terrible lately, throwing a lot of people in jail. I just saw them take some kid earlier. I can't help you, I'm sorry. I can't say much. I don't want my shop closing down. This isn't just about you. What do you two want? He turns over to you two behind those who just entered.
Hi.
I look over at Jonas and I nudge him with my elbow to his shoulder. I say, maybe this ain't the place to be.
Well, I mean, don't hurt to ask. Sorry to bother you, sir. The nice lady out there selling fruit directed me to you. Maybe you can either direct or give another thing. Sorry, you might intimidate. I'm looking for any sort of work, like bounties, things that need clearing, any sort of work, really.
It's all you go. Oh, it's all you want. What's so special about this academy? Why do you guys want to relive those glory days? What is so special? That's all you do. You guys just bother me. Coming into my shop. And why can't you just come in here and just buy fucking weapons? You guys just want the fucking glory. What is it? You guys make me fucking tired. I'm too old for this shit. And he sits down, clearly bothered.
Sir, I would have bought a weapon from him, but I already have some at the moment. But it'll probably need repaired, and I can come by for it.
What do you want?
Look, currently just looking for work, but if my blade gets damaged, if I'm still in the area, I'll always come by. I'm not trying to keep you away from work, you know? Tit for tat.
What do you want? And he moves his gaze over to Fenlin. He kind of like looks at him like clearly have a fucking attitude. Like looks even more bothered by your existence. Galadar already pissed him off.
Fenlin looks over at him and kind of gives a little bit of a smug smirk and says, well, I can't say I have anything to say that hasn't already been said, sir, but looking for pretty much the same thing that these two here are looking for, but I don't want to disturb you or waste your time.
And so as the doors open, you hear like this clicking of armor, and then you see these two guards approach you with spears in their hands. You one tiefling woman to your left, and then you see a elven man to the right. These are both the queen's guards. And so the woman approaches the shopkeeper, and looks at all three of you. Are you guys bothering this man? We heard yelling from down the street.
No, ma'am. Not trying to bother, at least not intentionally.
No, just a slight misunderstanding.
No, we were just passing through. We exchanged a few words, but we were just on our way.
Not fully convinced. The other guard isn't fully convinced. I want Jonas to roll a persuasion check.
First roll, here we go.
Oh no, it's so fun.
You got this. First roll, you got this, man. You got this.
First roll, come on.
No, I don't.
Come on, boy.
Listen, I deal with cows, not people, okay?
Okay.
So clearly she could tell something's going on. She looks over at the shopkeeper, kind of whispers a little bit to them, whispers to the man. You can see them mingling amongst each other. That anxiety is setting in. You guys are cooked. She clearly wasn't convinced by Jonas. Jonas's babbling's only making this worse. She can sense that something's...
This might be the wrong time to ask, but I'm just looking for some work, any bounties or anything y'all might have outstanding that I can handle.
The moment she hears bounties, she snaps her head over at you. Bounties? What do you think this is? This is Yevalia. We are the Queen's Guard. We do everything here. We don't need mercenaries. And she looks over at the...
Yeah, but some stuff's beneath y'all.
She kind of moves over and just grabs your jaw. Just kind of snarls at you, like you see her fangs. She's pissed. You see wrinkles in her face. Her eyes are tensing up. You do not speak to the Queen's Guard this way. I was handpicked by Queen Adelir herself, and you have the audacity to talk to me this way?
I meant no disrespect, ma'am. I meant the fact that you all have much better things to do than deal with, like, petty theft and all that.
No matter
You
what
can
y'all
take the
Can
say.
I,
load
at this point, can I literally just walk right up to her, just straight look down, and then just start saying, "We meant no offense."
She's already pissed, so she looks over at her companion with her. They kind of give like a look of acknowledgement to each other, and the other guard whistles. A few more guards come in. You guys are coming with us, and they guide
On
you
what
over.
charge?
Asking for bounties to work, mercenary work, treason, conspiracy. I'll have the queen deal with you, but clearly there's something going on here. Now you know that this is an unfair charge. You guys were just asking. There's nothing against this. However, this is a new Yvalia since Queen Adelia returned. You guys are led over to the prison, handcuffed, hands behind your back. And so when you're at the jail, you're thrown into prison. Just like, here, find some bounties in there. You guys are tossed right into the cells.
GM, question for you, actually.
Yes.
Potentially somewhat important. How far is this town from Housegrove?
Housegrove is probably going to be about a day's trip through the forest. You're going to be going south.
How many miles?
Miles? I didn't really
I
think
don't
of it
think-
within miles.
Miles is
We're getting a little specific here, fam.
I only ask because Echoes of Victory with an athlete is over 100 miles is the thing.
I'll get back to you on that, but I would say
No worries.
Housegrove is about a day's trip because you're going through Velimar and you have to get through the forest, of course. So I would say it's about a day's trip for the best of adventurers. I would say if you wind over easy, I would say about a trip about a day and a half or about 2 days to make it to Housegrove. However, as you guys know, Housegrovian men, this is a almost Spartan-like culture. You guys are trained to be some of the best. Otherwise, you are considered shunned. You get reduced down to slaves within Housegrove. If you can't pull your weight, you are turned into menial indentured servants, especially for the groups that we will come to learn about in this culture. So you guys are thrown into prison, and while you're there, you guys are grumbling, you guys are fucking upset. You're going to see somebody else already there. You're going to see a tiefling kind of lift his head. He was the person mentioned earlier by the shopkeeper. Halion joins you.
Well. Looks like the Queen's Dungeons are hosting quite a variety show today. New arrivals, I take it? Let me guess. Wrong place at the wrong time? Or maybe you just have a knack for irritating the wrong people, like me. He kind of pauses to examine the group that just came in. As he leans casually on the wall, his eyes kind of like with an infernal curiosity. Name's Kalion. You can call me a guest of the kingdom, though the hospitality leaves something to be desired. So, what brings you to this charming corner?
Complete misunderstanding, as Galdar kind of sighs it, just in complete annoyance.
Same here.
I'm guessing
He just grunts.
Jim, did they take all of our items, such as... I'm guessing they took weapons, but did they take armor, anything that was not clothing?
I would say yes.
Did they take the freaking ribbon?
Whenever you held onto that ribbon earlier, that guard just kind of snickered at you and just took it just because it bothered you. Psh, look at this guy in this ribbon, man. And he slams the door in front of you.
How sturdy are the boys here?
Pretty sturdy. The Queen Adelir has been pretty cutthroat since her return. It's you can't use magic, you can't rip it open. She's got the best of the best right now.
Idea. If you can't blind them with brilliance, baffle them with bullshit. Are there any tiny stones around?
Yes, the floor is cobblestone, so it's a little bit worn off. She's upgraded the bars. She hasn't upgraded the rest of the jail. So like the cobblestone's a little bit weary. There's like a wooden, really rickety like pallet that's used as a bed.
Okay. Jonas, he had a sunny disposition all up until this moment, the moment that the ribbon was taken from him. He is going to take a tiny stone, and he's going to find one that can fit into the keyhole if there is one, and he's just going to bash it into the hole until it fits and breaks the pins inside and stuffs them into a position where they are up.
Would that be?
I think that'd be like a strength check since he's like punching it in.
Yeah, I would say roll for strength.
Can I argue athletics?
Yeah,
I mean, same diff either way. So you know what? Let's just do the
you're rolling check there, anyways.
yeah.
So is he actively doing this now?
Yes.
Yes, he is not a happy camper right now.
Ooh, 10.
Ooh.
Ouch.
More than anything, you make a fucking ruckus and you wake up another captured captive who was remembered as a part of an influential family. They were caught sneaking around earlier. Sith kind of just wakes up kind of cranky from her, well, unwanted nap from the cell across from you. You kind of just break the lock in, and all you do is piss off the guards. You better quiet down there!
Give me back my fucking ribbon, you yelly belly sons of bitches!
Ugh,
Enough.
Could you keep it
You're wasting
down?
your time.
Could you keep it down, please? I'm trying to sleep. Ugh, what are you doing?
They took something that don't belong to them.
Which would be?
Something very, very important to me.
What?
Enough,
your-
human. You're wasting your time. These are the queen's cells. A simple rock isn't going to bash open the gate.
Done
Good
stupid, it
luck
was
with
smaller.
that. Good luck with that. I'm gonna. And she's just gonna kind of turn her body over to like, I guess facing away and just try to close her eyes, go back to sleep. It's not gonna work. But they'll be listening intently as he's doing to her whatever they're doing.
You hear another cellmate in the cell next to Sith. You see a panicked creature you haven't really seen before. You guys aren't really like well explored. You're a little bit familiar. But you see a panicked cute little thing in the cell next to you, upset that she as well was captured. Gidget, kind of trying to plead her innocence, is gripping at the bars.
Let me out! I didn't do anything wrong. And she's just twirling her fingers around the bars.
So we have our motley crew here together. You guys kind of all begin to converse amongst each other, you know, learn a little bit what you can before you are either executed or brought before the queen, hopefully to plead your innocence.
So what brings you here?
To who are you referring?
I'm referring to I forgot the name.
Okay, take your time.
Just if you need to call us by our regular names, that's fine.
Glacia.
Gidget.
Gidget. Referring to Gidget, saying,
What?
you know, referring to Gidget, you know, kind of looking down, not in a bad way, but looking over and observing and saying, well, what do we got here? How'd you land in here?
Well, I'm not from here. It took me about 2 weeks worth of travel just to get here. And I walked in. I guess I asked the wrong question.
What was your question?
I was just looking for somewhere to get food and somewhere to rest. And I guess that guard did not have a good day.
Is at
So
this
keep in
point,
mind,
At this
They'll
point,
keep the
Galdar
fire-
kind of just sits there quietly with his arms crossed, just kind of silently thinking to himself as like he just kind of rubs his chin with his fingers.
Fenlon kind of looks around and thinks to himself and looks over at Galdar and says, "Well, it seems like there's something going on with these guards that's not quite adding up here." And he looks over at everybody else and says, "What say you all?"
Yeah, something is definitely going up. Wasn't just a coincidence that we all gathered in this cell or in this prison.
Agreed. We're all here for extremely petty reasons. The last time I was in the city was not like this.
What was it like last time you were here in the city?
Well, for one, the guards weren't so hostile. In fact, I would dare say that they were even happy to be proud of who they were. But now, so much just paranoia.
Kind of all just
Strange.
remember, like, back a few years ago, before Adelier disappeared, back when Rosary Academy was still up, and you guys remember the glory days of when Yavalia was at its brightest, when it visually and emotionally it felt like the people were the happiest. Before the fall, before the dragon, and even bringing up the incident kind of brings a little bit of hesitance to everyone's tongue to even think about how Yavalia lost about half of its population in this accident.
Fenlon kind of looks to everybody and investigates the area and says, very quietly to all of them, and says, "Well, I don't know about you all, but I don't plan on staying in here."
Fenlon, I want you over perception.
Perception? It's gonna have to. I don't have my sheet plugged into roll
That's
20, so
if you can.
You should be able to click on it, and you should be fine. If you have if you have it on D&D Beyond, you should be able to click on it, and it should be fine. You should be able to if it works. If it's not, just roll it. Just
Yeah,
tell it what it is.
I don't think it'll. I have to roll it. I'm pretty sure.
Roll it. Try your best. We are all testing everything here.
We'll figure it out by
Yeah,
session
we-
2.
yeah.
Everything
We'll
We'll
fix
fix some
by
post,
session
guys.
So I've got my
If you do have
modifier
beyond
here.
20, it'll roll to roll 20.
Yeah. I'll make sure to send you
Well,
guys that.
also, if you had it plugged in, it would.
I wasn't able to plug it in. I couldn't figure it out.
Ooh, beyond 20.
If anything, we can fix it probably we can probably just hang out in a VC. Probably sometime
Yeah,
this
we
weekend,
still
and
got
I
2
can-
more
I
weeks
can help- I
before
can help
next
you guys set
session.
it up,
We got
so
2 more weeks
I
before
can.
next session.
Yeah.
So what was I rolling
If
for?
anything-
Perception?
Perception.
Okay.
If anything, I can help any of you guys set it up. I've set it up too many times. Resetting up your PC twice is fun.
I add my modifier on there as well.
I think it automatically adds your modifier if you're not rolling it by hand. Oh,
11. Okay. You can see that when earlier I forgot your name. I'm still memorizing everyone's names, so please forgive me. When Galadar kind of Jonas busted in those locks, you could kind of see like a few out of place, and maybe if you can like see like what you can do with that and see if you can fix it.
When you say out of place, do you mean some of the lock pins, or
The
what are you
lock
saying out of
pins, yes,
place?
the lock pins. See, like the lock was exposed earlier, but even though it didn't do anything, you realize that those pins are out of place. It doesn't mean that the thing is like impossibly locked, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, so I see the obvious flaw in the lock, and I point it out to the rest of the party, and I say, "Well, look what we got here. This might be our ticket out of here. If anybody's got any ideas."
I'm gonna like turn back over and look over what he's doing or what he's pointing at. And it was a lock, right?
It was a lock, yes.
Just to clarify. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, anybody good at picking? Because my other option is kind of missing at the moment, and I'm referring to a sword that they took our weapons, right?
Yes, they did take your weapons. They took your weapons and they took your armor.
They took the armor too? Shit, we're screwed. Fuck. GG's, guys. GG's. Referring to the store that she would normally have on her back. I would normally hit it, but I can't. So, anyone good at picking a lock? Something like that?
At this point, Galdar kind of sighs again in annoyance, and he says, "Like I said, it's useless to pick the lock. Even if we get out, we will have to face an army of the Queen's guards. These are the Queen's cells. We can't just walk out not expect resistance."
I Galadar, roll a perception check.
Okay, I have a +3 in my perception. So, what do I pull in here? I just put. I don't know how to
roll
roll
1d20, and then you said you had what was your modifier?
+3.
You do
So-
+3 after the 1d20.
Yeah, you can put the modifier. You can type it in.
1d20 and then. Oops. No.
+3.
+3?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no, that didn't work
You
at
have to have
all.
a space.
You have to,
It's R slash.
Yeah.
slash
or you can put
Base
rolling,
1d20
like
plus
Fenland did.
3.
Oh wait, so it's R slash
Slash R.
1d.
Slash R.
Oh, slash R. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Slash
1d20
R
space +3.
1d20
Space +3.
Oh, space +3. Is there a space between the plus and the 3?
No.
Oh, it didn't like that at all.
Do put r slash 1d20 space then +3.
R slash space 1d20 +3.
Maybe
As you can
type
tell,
out rolling?
As you can tell, I'm an obvious grandpa with this.
Hang on, let me try it myself. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, what the
Okay.
hell?
That was me, but I got it.
So 22. So yeah, I see this entire room.
Gidget rolled it. Oh wait, did you wait? I don't see your roll, Garrett.
Yeah, you gotta roll it, Garrett.
Oh wait.
Yeah, roll
I
it.
thought wait. So how did Gidget do it?
Slash R.
Slash R
Space.
Yeah.
space 1d20
Slash R space 1d20
20
space
+3.
plus
Yeah, that's how
3.
mine. Yeah, I tested it. All right.
Oh, there we go.
Okay,
16.
All right, so you see the other guards. They don't really care. They're kind of just laying there. They're one of them's drunk. Another one's just passed out. Another one is on the other side, sitting at a table, just kind of looking through your guys' things. You know, just seeing if he could nab anything for himself. He kind of sees that ribbon that belonged to Jonas and just scoffs, like, the guy from Housegrove has a ribbon. And then he just kind of walks off to go to the bathroom.
It's fucking nuts.
Does he take the ribbon with him, or
No. He leaves it there on the table where they took all your things. They have.
So now there's just one guard.
So there's two guards. Yeah, technically one guard. One is sleeping. Another one is drunk, passed out.
Okay, and then our equipment is right there in front of them too.
Our equipment. Yeah, the equipment is so the way I have your tokens arranged. You four are in a cell together. Then we have Sith in one cell, Gidget in the other. The table would be theoretically where that gate is to the left of Sith.
And the guards are.
Guards are where
Are
the
you-
one. So the
Oh, like right here.
conscious guards are where like the anvil is. Oh, can I tap on this?
Okay.
Can I tap
Yeah.
on this?
Yeah.
How do I do
Yeah.
that? How do I do that?
Click to hold.
Wait, hang on.
We saw it. I saw it.
Oh, okay,
Click-
Slay.
doing it.
Oh my god, that's so
Yeah.
magical. Holy shit.
There's a lot. You're gonna love roll 20. or
Oh
else
my
you're gonna hate
god.
it.
I promise by the next campaign next. Oh my god,
Next
beautiful.
campaign. Damn,
Next
that's a little
campaign.
far up, bestie. I don't know.
Campaign.
Next
That's
session I'll be
crazy.
better. Next session I'll be better, I
Listen,
promise.
We're going a little far out there, bestie. Let's roll it back.
Yeah. Let's take a moment. Okay.
So it's like here,
So yeah, the table equipment's kind of where the gate is, and then the conscious guard is kind of asleep with the drunk one over here.
So Fenlon kind of whispers to the party and says, "Look, if you guys can help me get my equipment, I got some thieves' tools in there, and I can lockpick this lock and get us out of here."
I think I might have an option, and Gidge is gonna try to wild shape.
Okay.
Oh, does it work?
Wait, do I decide if it works or not?
Yeah.
What?
You said that.
Considering it's a prison, they
I'm
might
only
have
asking because of what you said earlier.
Typically, wild shape just occurs, but considering we are in a prison, it will not be out of
You
the
know
realm of
what?
possibility.
I
to think
will
that they
roll.
have
I will roll a
gone against
d20 and
that.
then it'll decide.
Okay.
Roll a d20 decide. Hey, make the dice decide.
Yeah, I let the dice decide, guys. I will roll a d20 to see if it'll. No. It landed on a 2.
Oof.
Never mind.
You're just so adorable. I love Gidget, guys.
Guys, I want to
Well,
keep
yeah,
this
she's
in my
fucking
pocket.
2.5
Yeah.
feet tall.
There's a spell like try to take, but then
It's
it just kind of
fine.
like sparks and poofs out, and she's just like, "Oh damn."
So remember, you can't
Yeah.
use
Just be a
magic. You can't
spark,
use
and you're
magic.
just like,
You can't use magic within here. Remember, because of the bars. Even though
Uh,
you damage the lock, you can't use magic in them.
can
I got an idea.
I also have an idea. Can I go first? I did try
Yeah,
to start
go ahead.
speaking. Thank you. Can Sith see anything like? Please don't take me out of context. Long enough that they can like.
Roll for perception.
I'm sorry, I should not be laughing at this. Anything like long and like able to like I don't know, see if they can grab anything with like any like I don't know keys or something. 'Cause I have no idea where keys are. Do I see keys around? Like any like long I don't know, like back in the movies, like in fairy tales, like where like you would have like the long stick and they would try to reach for the key off of the guy's like shoulder or like the wall or something. Do I make sense?
Yeah. How about you roll
Yeah.
for
Okay.
perception, and then I'll answer that question.
Hell yeah. Let me first roll. Let's see how much I fucking fail at this one.
That one!
God, please no. Let me look for my perception. I haven't looked for perception in a good minute.
By the way, did my perception check earlier observe any kind of keys on the guards, or does only one guard have a key?
Wait, when did you do perception check? Oh, you're checking the
What-
guards. Oh, you're checking the guards.
Yeah, what do you have me check out the guards? Yeah.
The guards do have a key on their table where they're resting. Right above the table on that wall right there, you see 2 torches, and in between there's the hooks that have the keys to each individual cell. So, like, you see, like, a row of hooks, but just remember that it's without of arm's reach. So it's gonna, like, the table is gonna be, like, right here where the guards are. You guys can see them, but you can't reach them.
Okay, so then can I? Well, I'm gonna assume I know that.
I still want you to roll that perception check, though.
Fine. There you go. Oh. Never mind.
Oh
Mark
no!
this. I spoke that into existence. Can we take a moment?
You know what?
Damn.
It's
That
better now.
sucks.
Better now than in combat. Better now than in combat. Better now than in combat.
Well, you guys aren't exactly an easy bunch to keep down. Does anyone else want to try?
So,
Wait.
go ahead, go ahead.
Groovy, what's your character's name again?
Fenlon.
At this point, after thinking some through, Galdar turns to Fenlon and he goes, "I do have an idea, but it all relies on your acting. How good are you at it?"
I'd say I'm pretty good. What are you thinking?
"I'm gonna try to lure one of the guards here, try to lure him into our cell. Once he opens the gate, I'll grab him and knock him out. Then we should be able to get out and get our equipment. At this point, I don't see any other choice."
Well,
question.
unless you can. Yep. Sorry. Go ahead.
What is how wide are the gaps between the bars?
So even though the gaps are because you said you're like a little 2 feet tall, I would say like it wouldn't be easy enough for you to squeeze through, and even if you were, like I said, the queen got the best of the best on these bars. even though you would squeeze through, it would give you like a burning sensation if you dare try to bypass it.
Well,
If you
I
try,
got
if
an
like
idea I
once
can
once
try.
more than 50% of the body goes through, that's when that burning sensation begins.
Well, I got an idea we can try. And Jonas is just simply going to remove his belt and then remove the little cloak around his shoulders and tie it through the belt buckle itself, so that way it's nice and tight. And he's just going to give it a quick little swing, nod, and he's going to try to lasso the key off the hook.
Before we do that, do we want to try that acting idea though?
Yeah, I'm down.
As a
So
player, I say
don't know,
hold off just in case,
unless we
because they're
want
asleep.
unless
They're
we want to
asleep
see
now.
unless we want to see the lasso, what the lasso does. So I guess it's your guys' call.
If they're awake, they'll be more
If you guys want to do
aware.
the acting one, let me know. If we're gonna
Because
do this
remember
lasso,
one of them is drunk asleep, so he'll probably stay asleep. The other one's just normal asleep, so we can probably wake him up.
Yes, so that's why I'm saying wait, because if we wake him up, he'll be aware, and the second idea won't work as well.
Well, that's where the acting comes in.
My only thing
Yes,
is that
go ahead.
I would probably not roll well, and I don't want to mess that up.
What I'm saying is do the lasso. If it fails and wakes them up,
Yeah, true.
that's when we bring them in, and then we do the thing.
All right. Yeah, try to
Alright.
lasso.
I want you, if you're gonna do lasso. Roll sleight of hand.
Oh dear.
You.
Whatever goddess of luck exists in this world, I'm praying to them.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's something. Good roll,
Whoa.
first good roll of the
Listen,
game. Let's
listen.
go.
Listen, he's a cow farmer.
So the belt hits the key. You don't know which one, but it rolled off, and it's on the floor next to the guard. And he kind of just like stirs a little, and just like. Oh.
And he's just going to slowly feed it using the cloak to sort of catch and bring it over.
All right. Now, question is, do I determine this? I will.
You're the DM. You determine everything technically.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
God.
That's
Technically,
true.
it's your
I
call,
am
Meg.
literally God.
You are God, NPC. You are everything. You're the ground.
I am God.
I am eternal.
Okay. But I will let. Okay. So, Jonas, once you put it in the key, you're and it opens. You're a little as you push it open. So your guys' cell is open. However, Sith and Gidget are still locked in their respective cells.
Oh, I gotta. Oh, any of y'all sneaky?
I'm pretty sneaky. You want me to go ahead and try to unlock those other cells?
Yeah. Or get us our gear and then do that, because worst comes to worst, if they wake up, I'd rather have my sword just in case, because they ain't gonna take us getting that line down.
I agree.
He kind of Fenlin gives a funny little smirk to to Jonas, and he says, "Don't you worry, partner. I got this." He starts sneaking towards the equipment.
Side note, pause.
Yeah,
Have we just decided all
Galdar.
hospital... Pause. So, I just want to make a note here. Fenlin, Galadar, and Jonas, you are all from Housegrove. And I noticed you all have adopted the y'all accent. Have we just mutually...
I'm not trying to do the y'all accent. I'm trying to do a deep accent.
So,
I'm
the
trying
funny
to do
thing
y'all.
is,
Hallsgrove is the
Housegrove,
same.
it was inspired by Viking names. So, but I guess we got some very southern
Cowboy
Vikings.
Southern
Vikings.
Vikings.
We
Southern
got some
Vikings.
southern Vikings. I
actually
kind of
kinda
put
wrong.
big buck with it.
Cowboy
Just
Vikings.
imagine you just see some Thor lookalike, and you hear, "All right, you're so good." We've got some.
I'm gonna use my hammer and bring down hail upon you.
We got Southern Vikings, guys. Oh my god.
love it.
You guys, the funny thing is, whatever
Just
you guys
like-
do, I will take into note if I modify some parts of the story if we don't get to that. Like,
I love it.
yeah.
It's just Vikings with cowboy hats.
Cowboy hats and lassos.
Please
Oh
make
my
that
God.
canon,
Stir
Papa.
up.
I'm
I
so
will. I'm
serious.
gonna have it. We're gonna get Southern Vikings.
Happy Leif Erikson Day.
Okay. Happy. Happy. Fucking groovy. Honestly, Yeehaw Viking might fit you very well, groovy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you
I
guys
can't
are
wait.
too much. Okay.
Olaf.
Howdy, I'm Olaf. Nice to
So
meet
who's
you.
going to? Are you all going to
But,
go for your weapons, or is one person gonna go?
I will try to go for the
Yeah,
weapons.
Jonas is.
Oh,
Jonas is
finally,
staying
Kaleon
by.
gets off his ass.
I'll try to go with I forget what's your character's name again. The
Fenlon.
elf.
Fenlon.
Fenlon. I'll try to go with Fenlon, but I'm also going to just like a comment go. Well, this is either going to end with our deaths or something worse. But what could go wrong?
Okay, so Kaleon's gonna go for the weapons, right?
Yeah, I'll try.
Go for
Jonas
stealth.
is
gonna
staying
be-
behind, but using his. He's readying his belt to be a garrote if he needs it to be.
I want Kaleon to roll for stealth.
All right. Oh, let's see.
Moment of truth.
I believe in you.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
good
Oh.
shit. All right, so you make it over
Nice.
to the weapons table, and again, I'm sorry, remind me again. Jonas, you said you're staying behind in the cell, correct?
Yeah, he's readying his belt to be used as a garrote wire if he needs to choke someone out.
Okay, so Fenlon and Galadar, remind me again what you're doing.
I was moving to go sneak over to grab the armored equipment.
Okay, I
Yeah,
need you
and
to roll for
I'm
stealth.
right behind him in case something goes wrong.
I need you three to roll for stealth. Okay, so Kaleon, so I need Fenlon, and I need Galadar to roll for stealth.
Okay.
Okay. Since you're in front of me, you should probably roll first.
Yeah, I get a +3 to my stealth.
Oh, do you want Kaleon to roll again? He did already.
Kaleon already did. I don't need it.
Okay.
again.
Thank goodness.
Let's see. That would be bad.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh man.
Oh, you almost had it.
Mm.
you're gonna be
Who did
quicker
the
than that.
Scooby-Doo gold?
I blame lag.
You blame lag. I still
wait, actually,
want
that's
that
not-
other stuff.
Maybe it's a
Oh,
group
yeah.
check.
Hold
Maybe
on,
it's a
wait,
group
I gotta-
check.
I gotta make sure I'm doing the right one for mine. Oh wait, I thought I had negative in this, but
R
okay.
Is there
space 1d20 plus whatever your stealth modifier is.
Oh, again, it's not. Why? So it's wait, no R.
Flip it.
Slash R
Oh wait, so it's
Slash
slash R.
R.
I'm sorry. Okay, yes,
space
slash.
1d20
space.
plus whatever the modifier is.
You put =1.
Oh yeah,
I will also put the formula in the table talk chat.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
man.
fucking tumbling.
Oh man.
I'm like creeping in. I just hear
But you
you
did
guys
worse
just
than
like.
me. We're loud as shit.
This is so bad.
We're loud as shit.
You know what? That group roll, I'll allow it.
Right, so
Thank God.
Everyone say thank you,
I guess
You know
I
what?
guess you describe how loud we are or what we do.
Yeah, House Grovian men are not quiet.
our
Uh,
DM god is graceful.
Yeah.
I'll
As
allow
they're
it.
Jesus
moving,
decided to
I'm like
bless us
just like
today.
shushing them.
I'll allow it. It's all about having fun. So I'll allow it. You guys make it over to the table. You do, because it is armor. Are you picking up every weapon and armor piece, or are you gonna get Sith and Gidget's weapons, or are you just getting what you are for yourself? This is your morality check.
At first I'm getting mine first, just to arm myself so that just in case if they do wake up, I can at least distract them while the others try to get their stuff. Can't help others if you can't help yourself.
My character also notions that, and basically he's gonna get his stuff, basically his sword and well, he's already wearing his armor, so well, it's not armor, it's called clothes.
Fenlon's also gonna do the same, grab his own equipment, arm himself, and after he arms himself, he's gonna attempt to grab the remaining equipment and also ask Galadar and say, Hey, can you help me carry the rest of this equipment over to them fellers over there?
I want, I am merciful and merciful. Okay, Leon, roll sleight of hand.
Oh man. All right, let's see.
Leaving
Keon
you.
can do that. Let's see.
Oh, dear.
Okay, you
Oh.
successfully get
17's
Great
the
17s.
you successfully get the weapons off the table quietly, because I don't know if you guys remember, this is all metal and whatnot. This will make noise,
Yes.
so that's why I asked for that sleight of hand check. I'm gonna take a potty break.
All right.
Chaos.
I'm gonna be honest. Maybe we should grab the key and unlock the other cells.
I wish.
Oh no.
That might be a
I
good
wish I
idea.
remembered. I wish I
Let
remembered that
Let
before I
out the
used my
fighter,
sleight of hand
let out
roll.
the whatever the other one is.
Yeah. The
Whatever the
reason I
other
said
one
get the
is,
gear
yeah.
before doing that is just so someone is armed.
Yeah,
If they
you
wake
know,
up,
so-
Like after we arm,
if they wake up, we are kind of fuckled, friends. If we are not armed.
Grab the weapons and then hand it to the person who's the farthest from the table, and then book it.
Yeah, just daisy chain that shit. There's three of
Start,
you.
yes, start sneaking our way out.
I love how Penlin is so cocky. He's like, "Don't you worry, I got this." And then he steps on a twig on the ground.
Yeah, both me and you, we fucking make the loudest shit.
It makes more sense for you.
I'm like
than
heavy
me,
feet, like
'cause I'm-
like stomping on the concrete, not concrete, the cobble floor.
I'm just glad that lasso idea worked. I fully figured it would fail.
Yeah.
I'm just glad you guys are rolling good rolls. 'Cause I feel like if you make guys make like one or two if one of you crit fail, I think you're fucked anyway. But
Oh yeah.
I'm
if
not
you
too
crit
sure
fail,
how
I think she's
strong
gonna
these
make it
guards are.
fuck you guys over.
And
You
I
roll
was,
You
new
guys make
character.
too many
That is what
bad
that
rolls.
means.
I think we're fucked.
I was ready if case of one of the guards woke up, since I have really since I'm extremely strong, I was just going to put him in a headlock and knock him out.
Well, I think she'd make you dice roll for that. To be honest, I can't lie. She'd probably make you dice roll.
Yeah, that would be grapple checks.
Yeah, that's grapple checks, and I don't remember how grapple checks work. I haven't done a grapple check.
It's contested acrobatics and
fucking forever.
athletics.
Yeah, it's
Thank you. That someone remembers.
Is it acrobatics? I
I'm
thought
a
that
GM
was.
friend.
I thought that was
it's acrobatics and probably. She
athletics.
might make you roll strength too. If you,
Yeah, because if
my
it's
athletics
strength, then it would
is
be
one
athletics.
should be-
Pissing.
Yeah, it would be athletics.
Hello.
Acrobatics.
for the one shot I was in, my DM made me roll a strength check as well because I had like very little strength. She's like, I'm making you roll a strength check because you have like no fucking strength, and I'm like,
Yeah,
hey,
but I mean,
that's
I disagree with that ruling personally because grappling is not all about strength; it's about leverage.
yeah.
1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
Hello.
Ew.
Yes, mom.
So, what is the next course of action? We just got the weapons off the table. Excuse me.
Galadar
I will-
nods at
yeah.
Fenlin and takes some of the equipment.
I am going to, once they're all like kind of fitted, I'm gonna try for the key.
Roll stealth again.
I'm like, all right.
Because there is a there is a not drunk asleep guard where those keys are. Because there's multiple keys.
Okay.
This is going to be the critical fail right here.
Yep.
Don't say that.
Listen, he's asleep.
You
Just
said
slit
it!
his throat.
So he hears this footsteps coming forward, and you step on a you don't see it, but there was like a little chain that makes like a little like and so
Is,
he stirs
is there
again.
any chance he's like young enough so I can like maybe do some kind of performance to kind of mimic maybe a voice of some kind of superior? Wait, no, that'll probably wake him up.
Yeah, that
You can do
That'll definitely make sense.
that'll make him
go.
stand at attention. Go home.
roll for performance.
Oh man.
Hey, not
So
too
your
shabby.
performance
That's not bad.
I just
kind of just
shush
makes
him?
him go and he goes back asleep. And now if you're gonna get those keys
Good
though,
save.
because there's multiple keys, you have
Oh man.
one set with different numbers. The key that successfully unlocked yours was labeled number 6. That was a cell with you, Jonas, um, Galadar, and Finland. So you have to try and guess which one is going to be for Gidget and Sith.
Am I able to use perception?
We are in different ones,
to
by the way.
Yeah,
kind of,
they're in two different ones.
would I be able to use perception, kind of maybe see if there's like a correlation to the cells and the numbers?
You may.
Okay.
Damn, Kayleon on the dice.
Nope. Not the star.
So it doesn't really make much sense to you, but
Okay.
in the middle was 6. To the right, even though you were parallel, to the right there's going to be a key for 7. There's a missing key for 8, and then there's another key for 9. That's all I will tell you.
Oh boy. I'm going to probably try to get the 6th key.
Out of hand.
Okay. Let's do this!
You successfully get the key off, and now it is time to you have an option between trying Sith
That's
or
awesome.
Gidgets.
Are they... Sorry, I'll get hard with the names, but is Fenlin like near any of the cells? I could just kind of toss the key. Instead of having to do it myself.
So since Finland is at the table, he is closer to Sith's table. Or Sith's cell.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we're both over here. Since we're both right
Yeah,
next
you're
to each
both.
other.
So
Alright, I'm gonna like gesture.
you're right here. You're right here. Jonas is still in the cell, but the door is open.
Okay. I'm going to toss...
Oh, my string went down.
I'm gonna toss the key to Fenlin. Kind of like... Be like, I'm about to toss it to you, kind of gesture.
Yeah, and Fenlin readies himself, has his hands up at the ready to catch it.
I do a underhand toss to Fenlin.
Roll for dexterity.
Dexterity? Okay.
Or would you?
I was gonna say like sleight of hand,
Or
maybe?
sleight of hand, yeah. Yeah, sleight of hand.
Yeah, if he's throwing it, then
Yeah, it's like.
Well, no, it could be
Uh,
it could be strength, or that's why I was like,
I mean,
maybe
it could be
dexterity.
Your call.
Sleight of
I would
hand's
dare
all-
say that's dexterity. I would bet.
Yeah, if he's
I mean,
throwing
sleight-
it, it's dexterity.
Yeah, he's throwing it.
It's
That's my thing. It's
dexterity
not
or
like-
athletics.
An underhand throw.
Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really
It's
matter
so
because it
back.
falls under dexterity anyway, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, these fucking alcoholic jelly
I'll roll
beans
for
are so
dexterity.
good.
Watch, he's gonna like chuck this thing across the cell.
Yeah, you-
So
And it
worried.
hits the thing. Hits the fucking
Melt
bar.
here, catch.
Boom.
Are we ready for the handoff?
Yep.
That
Alright.
sounds so wrong out of context.
The football toss.
You guys are gonna have a handoff. You guys are having a handoff in the corner over there.
Yeah.
Oh. Alright, I
Roll for
toss
jerking
it.
off.
Whoa!
Roll for jerking off is crazy.
Hey, yo.
All right, the moment of
Oh,
truth.
am I rolling slight or?
You're tossing.
Oh,
Yeah, you're tossing, so you gotta
Yeah.
roll 2.
Alright. Let's do this.
I don't even see it. Oh, okay.
18, let's go.
That's
Yeah, so
wrong.
he smoothly tosses
Yeah,
this
you got
thing.
it. Question is,
You catch it.
I'm getting fucked, man.
then
Shit flashes right by him.
It hits him in the forehead.
Look
So,
at these rolls. I call fudge. That is crazy.
That's insane.
so
The DM is
it
conspiring against me.
it dinks off of your fingers, and it lands within Sith's cell.
I'm never rolling for anything again.
Am I able to like kind of like slide to catch it before it hits the floor to prevent any kind of noise from being made?
Roll for dexterity.
Ah.
Why?
Got this.
I have a bonus in dexterity and I still roll crap.
So it's slash R space 1. Oh, come on.
That's what I mean. There's no combat, but we're still having you guys roll.
I know this is painful.
Okay,
Level
what's my
3.
I have to look at my dexterity real quick. So it's not much, but it's something.
Oh.
Oh, wait a minute. I keep doing this wrong. Okay, so
I believe in you. The formula is
oh,
right
yeah,
there.
I can do it.
You
Don't rush
can
me.
do it!
We're fine. I'm eating my protein bar.
Please roll good.
Crazy.
I will try.
Become the
my
heart of the
sweet-
dice.
You can do it!
Oh yeah, I got a natural crit.
Natural
So-
20! First nat
Nat
20!
20.
Let's
First nat
go.
20 of the campaign!
Let's
This man in
go!
like clad armor
Yeah.
just kind of.
So you catch the key in your hand, reducing any noise that would have broken up that guard. So now you gotta decide. Because which number did you get again? I'm sorry, remind me. You got number 7, right?
Yeah. I don't know what key was I tossed.
Alien.
I think you said 6.
No, 6
mean,
was
that's
the one that
what you
unlocked your key. 6 was 1.
Oh,
Okay, so I'm going to
apologies.
assume
My bad.
7. So you
So I
gotta
have the-
guess. Is it Gidgets or is it Siths?
Can I do a perception check to see which ones, or just like around the cells, see if they say anything or give any kind of indication?
Yeah.
So.
Let's see if your magic sticks with you.
Yeah, we'll try. I'm either going to be extremely mega brain factory smart or caveman pea brain.
Oh, so you
You know.
normally.
You got
Yeah.
this.
Dang,
I
that's
believe
crazy.
you.
So yeah, that's perception. So wait, that's
That's not horrible.
It's above a 10.
it's
It's
too
above
bad.
a 10.
not good, not bad.
It's okay.
It's in the middle. No. It's not bad.
So you see above your own cell was the number 6. And then you see above Gidgets the a partial curve number. It could be something else. You're not sure. With Sits, her cage's number is a little bit more linear. Could be a 1, could be a 7.
Okay, then I go to I forget. Sherry, what was your character's name again?
Sith.
Already
Sith.
Sith. I'll slowly make my way towards Sith's cage and I'll start whispering, just so that the guard doesn't overhear us or anything like that or wake up, and start saying, "Why are you here?"
I'm here. I'm just
I'll
here.
need to work with a bit more than that.
I went snooping, I got caught. That's all you gotta know.
So you were stealing.
I might have been.
Answer me honestly, or I will not open this cage.
I was not stealing. I was looking for something, and I messed up. That's all you gotta know.
Do you swear this with all your being?
Yes.
Galadar just kind of looks her in the eye for a couple seconds, just trying to see through her to see if she's really telling the truth. Then after a couple seconds, he opens the cage.
I was gonna ask if you wanted to roll for persuasion or perception on that one, but you know what? I'll allow it.
Yeah, I mean, if you want me to, I will.
No, that's your choice. No, we'll proceed forward. I think
Yeah.
I made you guys roll a little too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't rolled at all, so I'm
Roll
like,
for it.
I was
man.
gonna have Sith roll for persuasion, but you know you already unlocked the cage, so we'll proceed forward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
roll to survive.
Roll to roll to breathe.
Yeah, roll to keep one of your main party members alive. Let's go, guys.
Roll to keep your penis.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Roll for
Roll to
penis
keep penis
privilege.
privileges.
Oh, maybe I should go for an key.
Yeah, because how are we gonna get Gidget out of there? Gidget's been sitting a little
All right. I'm gonna go for how many keys are there again?
So the 8 key is missing. There is a key for 9. There's a key for 10. Then before 6, there is a key for 5. And there is a key for 3, 2, 1.
Which key worked for our
It was 6 that worked for yours,
Okay.
and it was
Yeah.
7 that rolled for Sith.
Okay. And where was our cell located in this scene?
Yours is where Jonah is. It's right here. Um, right here was 6. This one was 7.
Where's it right here?
Hmm?
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna take the 9 key. 9th key.
You can take 9. Okay.
Yep. Let's see.
Roll sleight of hand. Okay.
Bad, not bad.
So you have the key and over to Gidget. And you try the lock.
I kind of sigh a bit as I move back to the guard's keys. I think I'm going to try the 8th one.
8th
Let's
one
see.
is missing. You want to
Oh,
roll for
that's right.
perception, see if you can find it?
Yeah. Let's see. Okay.
So you notice that there is an you notice that number 8 is missing, but you don't see that it's on the table there. It's not there on the table right next to you where the rest of the keys are. You can kind of look around, you don't see it's on the floor. Maybe it's not at that table.
How big is Gidget's race? Like, are they like small, short, skinny?
This 2 feet.
They're 2 feet tall, or they're relatively skinny.
Yes.
I'm 2.5 feet tall. I'm tiny.
Okay, and then how wide are the bars?
The bars are wide enough for Gidget to sneak through. There is an arcane lock that will burn her though, if it does move through that. Your options here. That's how you want to do this. Either Gidget rolls for damage taken to sneak out, or try the arcane lock. Maybe
Got another idea.
How strong are the bars?
they're strong enough to keep out the barbarians from breaking it. You guys did a decent amount of damage. However, Jonas was able to decently break that lock, though, to kind of reveal the pins and kind of get it out of place a little bit. So they're pretty decently strong. They won't go down in one swing, and if you do hit these bars, though, these locks, you will be waking up the guards.
Am I able to pry them open?
Roll for strength.
All right. So, wait, I'm sorry. Yeah, athletics or strength. I imagine just strength, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So,
Excuse me.
and then my modifier is either going to zap the shit out of me or I'm going to pull off a miracle.
Prayers on your dice. So you pry the bars open enough for Gidget to get through where the bars won't touch her and they won't burn her.
This is when I look at her while I'm like straining to pull the bars open. I go, sneak through.
She
No.
she just runs out.
Good.
Without-
So you have 2 pathways to go. So this is actually kind of setting it up good. Map. So we still have Kaleon and we still have. Oh no, Kaleon is still over where the guards are. You're out of your cage. You're out of your cage. So you have 2 options.
Since you said that the bars were magically charged, do I take any kind of damage or anything from that?
Roll 1d6.
Oops. Wait, hold on.
You would roll that.
Oh, I would?
So,
Yeah, you're the DM.
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm new, guys. Forgive me.
The DM forgot that they're also playing at the same time.
I forgot. I do.
New
DM
DM
forgets they're
things.
actually a
I'm
player.
bougie. I got my Critical Role dice that you could get at the Critical Role store just for $20.90.
Yeah.
And if
Okay.
you'd like
For
to donate the key lift dice to
$29.99.
Cherry Gothic, you can DM message them. Kidding, I'm kidding.
Okay. Well, I roll physical dice. I wish I had my camera on.
So
No, you don't take damage. I'll allow it.
okay.
I'll allow it. So this magic isn't exactly as as amazing as everybody else made it seem, making you think that
Potent.
there's not something as it's not as potent, making you think there's something very off because the Adelir you knew before would be able to pull a feat to keep those. You guys wouldn't get out. So it seems like Adelir is definitely not the same as she returned. So you have two options. You can either go. You guys can see where I'm. Can I draw? Oh my god, I can draw. So you guys can either. You got two doors here, which they go the same. They come back to the same path. You can go that way, or we can go where the gates are. We can go up these. You're gonna have there's some stairs here. Go up that way. You have two paths to pick from.
Are there any windows or really up high, like basement windows? If anyone's seen them, if you don't have a basement, look it up. Is there any of those?
So there was one in the cell here, and this is cell 6. Then this was cell 7, cell 8. So these bars are pried open. Of course,
Okay.
Gidget can get through. And then where did I do that?
Am I able to roll for perception on if any alternate possible paths or anything else in the area?
Roll perception.
Does the while he's rolling, does the window have any bars on it? Like anything blocking it? I guess is the word I'm looking for.
There is a couple bars, so there is a couple. They're not as strong as the ones that were on the actual
Are they
cell.
Big enough to fit people through it?
If pried open, yes. So Finland rolls a perception check of 18. So right behind him, he sees that there is a bit of a map that kind of shows him in a little bit. It shows him that if he goes up the stairs behind him, the path will show him towards the throne room. So if you go up the stairs, you're going to go down a hall. There's going to be, if you go up those stairs, it's going to be towards the throne room. So you can proceed towards the throne room, or we can go through another option.
We only know that leads to the throne room. That's all we know.
It leads back to the throne room, so there's going to be some corridors there. There's going to be other people. Right now, that entrance isn't guarded, though, so there's not guards there. The only guards you had to worry about was right here near Halion. There's the drunk guard here, and then you got the asleep guard here. So there's not they rely on the guards that are down in the jail cell to keep an eye on you guys, but they aren't really worried about you because they didn't really think much of it.
I got a silly idea.
What's your silly idea?
What if we put the guards in the cells?
We're gonna
and
wake
lock
them up.
Not if you
Not if we're very careful.
Very careful moving a person's body while they're asleep.
Well, the drunken one's probably not going to be an issue because
I'm not worried about the
drunk
drunken
asleep?
one. That one's not going to be an issue. It's the other one.
I definitely think we should move the drunken one at least, just in case. Because then it'll at least buy us a few more seconds, because he'll probably be freeing his friend.
Yeah, true. Good point. Move the drunken one at least. And hope he doesn't wake up fully.
Who's gonna move it?
I got a decently high strength, so hopefully...
I have really high strength. Can we double it?
Yeah, if you both want to carry him, both of you roll strength.
Okie dokie.
Do we get advantage?
Yes. Roll with advantage.
Strength or athletics, because one is different from the other.
I forgot to roll advantage on this. Please hold.
Athletics.
Wait, how do I roll advantage? And I'm going on
Oh,
D&D.
that comes
How
at
do
the
you roll? How
advantage.
do you roll advantage? I don't remember.
If you go to the gear in the top of the character sheet,
Gear.
toggle advantage. It'll be on the right side under roll queries.
Yeah, because he's drunk, so you...
I'm stupid. Please hold.
Or you can just roll it twice.
Oh, do you
Either
know
way.
what?
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'll just roll it twice. It was a strength?
Athletics.
Athletics, thank you. 9 and 11, so I would go 11.
Okay. Well, so you guys easily pick him. He's a little bit heavy, but
Oh.
it's easy and quiet enough that you're not going to wake the other guard. So put him in the cage easily. So what's going to be the core? So you guys are going to lock him in which one?
That-
6, 7, or 8?
That begs the question: do
Oh.
we want to try to move the other as well before we lock him up?
I'm sorry, repeat your question again. I'm sorry.
Do we want to try to move the other one that's asleep before locking them up? Because I recommend we have someone there ready just to slam the door and lock it, regardless of the fact. That way,
Well,
Go in.
he's not drunk and asleep, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, but
it
he
might
is
be
asleep.
Yeah,
Could
but
knock him out.
That is
For
true.
sure, for sure.
With,
knock
with
him
all
out.
of us, we could just sort of each grab a limb and then just yeet him in.
Rude.
you probably
would
make
make
We
a
can
lot
all
of
do
noise.
a collect.
You're
Yeah,
gonna make
do
a
you
lot of
all want
noise.
to collectively throw him in, or do you want to knock him out and make sure he's for sure asleep?
I guess
I
we
think
should
know,
knock
knocking
him
him out
out
would be
then.
better.
Can,
Yeah.
can
My
we
character
roll
knows the
to
room.
get him in a headlock and knock him out?
I mean, if he's asleep, probably be easy just to get a little triangle choke going on.
Yeah.
You would have advantage.
Who wants to
Ooh.
do it? Because grapples are
It's
athletics or acrobatics.
it would be acrobatics or athletics, so I guess it's up to DM to decide which one it is.
So which one? Wait, what
No,
are we doing?
grapples
Are you
are
guys hitting
the
him over
choice
the
of the
head,
person.
or what are we doing? This headlock shit? What are we doing?
I imagine headlock because we want to do it silently. We don't want to make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Okay, I would say athletics check.
I can do it.
Right. I have a
yeah.
+5, so
Send it.
I
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you got
I have
that.
plus
Hello,
6.
paper.
Oh,
so
I think I should do it. I have plus
Yeah.
6.
you do
I'm
it
sorry,
first,
it was
and then if it somehow fails, I'll go in.
Yeah, it
Joe's
was,
just gonna keep his gear out ready.
yeah, it's
I'll
just
bonk him on
clarifying
the head.
athletics. Clarifying it was
Yes.
athletics, correct? Okay. Be ready.
So he kind of just like,
Oh,
what the
shit!
fuck? He wakes up and he's kind of like reaching back to behind his head to like get at Sith. So he's awake.
Am I able
Jonas,
to kind of like?
Can
Oh, go ahead.
can I deliver a blow to his stomach to
Oh,
just straight up knock him out?
I was gonna intimidate him.
Jonas is just gonna throw his belt over the guy's neck and just pull
Oh.
Discuss
backwards.
amongst yourself.
Yeah, but she already has him in a headlock, so her arms are already blocking his neck.
Yeah, and if she releases him, that'll keep his airway entirely cut off. Because he's awake. It's not fully established from what I'm understanding.
Well, yeah. Does she still have him in the headlock or no?
You know, she still has him in the headlock. It's
Okay,
just he's
he's dead.
struggling against her.
Yeah. So can I just like run up and like just knock him out, or just punch him in the stomach as hard as I can to just knock him out?
In the stomach or in the head?
Stomach.
Would stomach actually knock
What?
someone out? Like,
We'll knock
Not
out their
particularly.
breath,
It
maybe.
will disrupt the breathing,
It
which
would
will
take-
make it easier.
If you punch near the lungs, yes, it'll knock the wind out of him enough, but it would have to be a really, really hard punch, and you have to land it
Yeah.
correctly.
Again, I'm just
If
trying
we're
to.
thinking in
I'm just trying to
medical
distract him
terms.
so that she can choke him out.
Just
If all
kick
else
him in the
fails,
dick.
I'll just put my sword towards him and just like threaten him. That's what we have to go to. I'm good. I'm good with intimidation.
Okay.
So which route we go?
So
Why not
whichever one
both?
you want to do.
I don't know. I'm all for hitting him so that she could finish choking him out.
Yeah, you'd have advantage if you do that hit to the stomach.
Yeah, because would that again be athletics or strength?
That would be
That,
I'm thinking
that would
strength.
Oh, it's strength.
Yeah, that
it'd
would be
be an
strength.
unarmed
I think that would be
attack,
strength, yeah.
technically.
strength.
He would be an attack, yeah.
I want you. Okay. Sith,
One
I want you to
one thing.
Yes.
roll saving throw.
Gidget's
What am
gonna
I rolling
walk
a
up.
saving throw for?
Athletics.
Uh, you mean strength, or am I
Yeah.
rolling strength athletics?
If it's a grapple, it would be contested acrobatics or athletics.
Tested action.
If they're
DM.
trying to break out.
Up to you, athletics or acrobatics. I won't complain.
Gidget's gonna walk
The one
up
with
and
one-
just poke him on the cheek. I need
Oh,
him
thank
to roll
God.
me.
Okay, so you're still keeping him in this headlock. I want to roll for that. Roll that punch to the stomach.
That gut punch. Okay, that would just be, since it's an attack. That would just be a normal D20. Well, I don't think I need to roll
D20
hit because
plus
she has me
strength.
still. Yeah, D20 plus strength.
Because
So
we're not in
Yeah.
combat.
yeah, so that's
You're just poking him. He's
DM.
getting pissed off,
Yeah.
and he's struggling
No,
against
no.
Sith.
But here's the thing though. I need him to roll me a con save.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You said strength, right? Not athletics.
Why is he rolling a con save?
Because
It has to do with my race.
Oh, okay.
Poison
okay.
dart frog.
Okay, got it.
Love
Wait,
it.
I won't
it
do
was
Conce's
It
still
was,
D20,
uh,
right?
Unarmed
it was
attacks
it was it
are
was
strength.
strength. Okay, yeah.
Conce is still D20.
So,
Yeah.
Every
Well-
every
that's
dice in this thing, unless it's damage, will be a d20.
It's 12.
R3 D20 plus 3 for strength,
Damn,
correct?
easy.
Not athletics.
Yes.
Just making sure.
Strength, yes.
He saved.
Don't do shit.
So it kind of just goes. He just kind of hunches over. He still has a bit of trouble breathing. He still can't get Sith off of him.
This is when I look at Sith and I go, knock him out.
Yeah, what are you gonna do now? Because now you didn't manage to knock him out completely. He's getting there, but
Does he have a sword on him?
there is a sword that is on his hip where all the guards keep their swords.
Jonas is gonna try to take that and just cut the entire belt off with his own sword.
Okay.
To get his blade away.
Okay. Okay. So, I mean, you already have your own sword. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a belt. So, yes, it falls, clatters. So that sword is away from him. And he's still like getting on the brink of blacking out. Sith, I want you to roll another athletics check. Athletics saving
Question,
throw.
GM, by the way.
Hmm.
Was this the guy that took the ribbon?
Yeah. This is the guy that took
Jonas
the
is gonna kick him in the dick.
Oh.
ribbon.
It really hurts.
Kick him in his baby
Just
maker.
before he passes out.
Sith, roll
Yeah,
that
let's hope-
athletics.
let's
I
hope
won't
his mouth
have
is
I
covered
won't
so he
have
doesn't
Jonah
scream.
throw.
Yeah.
I won't have Jonah roll, but I still want Sith to roll that that check.
Ooh!
So he
Oh.
completely
Oh.
so he blacks out completely, like, and you just hear like just crumples on the floor. So next course of action is which way are you guys gonna go though? You still have those
Before we leave, can Sif rummage through his pockets really quick?
So in his pockets, you find some crumpled notes and instructions of the patrol routes that they're taking throughout the day and throughout the night. This guy was a night guard. He takes the day shift for the prison, and so at night he circles mainly around. Let me get a separate color for the patrol route. So he starts here at the quarters for his night patrol, and you see exactly what you would see in the pink. He starts here, circles the houses, completely leaves the poorer district untouched. They don't check there, and this is mainly just his only patrol route, mainly where he focuses. Then in
Okay.
his also in the pocket, just like a small piece of metal. You're not sure what it is yet, but it's like a little like bronze little
I got a silly idea.
You'll have
You
options
see,
of where you're gonna leave though, so just remember that.
I am also taking those 2 things, by the way. I'm
Okay.
taking those 2 things. I like to keep.
Wait, so you said it was are we able to roll perception to see what that bronze thing is?
If you
Or
want
to
to
identify it?
roll perception.
so
Is
while
Sith
they
rolling this or
Hmm?
is Sith rolling this or are we all rolling it or people who are nearby rolling this?
Who wants? Well, I would say, um, well, if you want to roll it yourself, that's fine. But if we're insisting on this perception check, I would say Seth.
while
Because
they're
I
doing
know
this, go ahead.
because I know I'm right next to her. Who else is right next to her?
Because Sith went to the guard because the guard was here.
Yeah.
So that's
Jonas
gonna
is dragging said guard into the cell.
So
Yeah, then
you
I
drove.
ran up
So
and
yeah.
helped knocked him out.
So then if he's in the cell, then you're both here. In cell 6.
The 3 of those or just the 2 of them? Because I ran
Oh,
up on
you did
yeah.
go up on him.
Yeah.
Cell 6 in the doorway, but not. It's a decently sized cell. I just can't draw it on this map.
Yeah, I guess I'll just roll perception 2 since I'm right next to them.
All right, both of you roll perception.
And GM,
Mm.
while this is going on, Jonas is going to use the about 15 feet of the hempen rope he has in his explorer's pack now that he has it back, and he's going to tie these fuckers up in the most uncomfortable way. I'm
Okay.
talking one arm's going behind the right arm is going to the left leg behind the back. The left arm's going underneath the leg to tie into those two. And then tying them both together.
Okay.
Oh, that's why.
Well, I mean, they're unconscious. There's nothing they can do. So yeah,
Exactly.
That's all.
He's making this as difficult as he can for them to come after them.
The most fucked up hog tie you've ever seen.
That was a critical fail. So I don't
Well,
notice
fuck with the
shit.
farmer.
I don't notice shit.
Well, I want Sith to roll perception with advantage.
Okay. Can I do something to do? Click on the bubble. The fuck do I do this?
You guys can hear the music fine, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I have mine leveled so it doesn't blow my chat's ears out.
can't
I
believe
kept
I
it low and
didn't
quiet
know.
just because
I'm
I
sorry,
get
with perception,
overstimmed.
right? I'm sorry.
Yeah, advantage on
Brain
perception.
fart. Alright, I'm just rolling it twice.
Yeah, roll twice.
Oh, thank God!
So you see the like if you look closer at the bronze, you see that there is an engraving, and it's not of the Yevalian symbol. It is one of a different city, one you may or may not have traveled to yet. The insignia has wings on it, and it has a little little familiar loot image on it. This belongs to somebody or something from the city of Ilshara. And if for those who are not familiar, Ilshara is the Fey-operated town, primarily known for the arts. This town focuses more on producing top performers, artists, musicians. Most bards and other artisans reside here, protected by Housegrove and an alliance due to proximity. It's run by the Fey Queen Daphne, alongside her Fairy Queen court. Now, this knight is very much only from he's Yevalian. It's obvious he stays within the city. So you're not really sure why he would have a bronze piece from Milshara.
Okay. I'm probably just gonna stow it away in my pocket.
Okay.
Can we
Just
roll
not
for
investigate further for the moment.
Can we roll for insight or history?
Yes.
Okay.
Anyone who wants to?
I can roll for insight.
I'll roll for history.
Are we rolling for history on Ilshara or?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got a 10.
I
Not
will
bad.
roll for insight because I've got a pretty decent bonus
Are you gonna roll for insight on the room or on the bronze piece?
on the bronze piece.
Okay.
This will be before I stow it away. I'll say that now.
Wow. Okay.
So you
Bruh.
can see
Fenlon
that
this
it's
entire
not
time has been
strong
eating
enough
shit.
bronze to be a weapon. This is something that belonged to a slightly notable individual within Ilshar. It's definitely not enough for a royal because the royals definitely use more intricate things. This is definitely crafted by a lower level artisan. It's like I said, not strong enough to be used on a weapon. Not sturdy enough to be used for their intricate, or not intricate enough to be used for their musical instruments. So you're still a little curious on where, how you could even obtain this piece.
Fenlon kind of looks over at the rest of the party and says, maybe mercenaries, hired muscle.
It's all possible.
Ellie's gonna stole
Still
it for all
wouldn't
we
make
know.
sense. Why would the queen hire mercenaries and not her own guard?
Another question
Money.
is, why would the queen act this way anyways?
Simple
We
answer
don't
is
have time to
money.
answer these questions. We have to focus on escaping.
So you still have those two options. You still have the windows as an option. You still have the stairs leading up to the throne room unguarded, so there is nothing really stopping you from leaving through the throne room. However, if you do go through the throne room, you will also, so basically I'll sketch it out on the side here if you can zoom out a little
Before
bit.
you sketch that, what did I get for the history roll, by the way, on the
Yeah, history.
I put it both on the history and the perception.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize. Okay, just making sure. Thank you.
So if you do go
I'm here
through
to
to
get.
the throne room, back to blue, let's say you go up the stairs to the throne room, and then you would go through down the stairs to the entrance. And I remembered we did pass at least a couple hours, so it's gonna be a little bit darker. So this is during night rotation, so the guards aren't out yet, so you would have a straight shot.
Taka.
Hmm.
The way mine looks. I only see the top half of that circle and like a line.
Oh my god. How do I...
I
So-
see what you're getting at on stream, but
Yeah, sorry, my bad. So if you do go up the stairs, you'll go up to the throne room. It's night rotation, so the guards aren't out right now. This is why it's so easy to get through right now. It's night rotation. So you have time to get in and out to the front of the castle. If you go through the throne room and down the stairs, you'll go past some doors and some more stairs, and you would, in theory, get to the front of the castle. And just remember, you still have the conjoining pathways that would go the other way.
Almost seems a little too easy.
just a little.
Wait, so are we out of the dungeon by this point?
You guys
Are
haven't
we-
decided
are we-
which way you're gonna leave the dungeon yet. But you don't know what's on the other side if you go through the other way. Because Finland's already discovered this way's to the throne room. This will be the throne room.
We go through the throne room, or we'll likely get caught. Check the other doors, and gag the guards in case they wake up.
Well, all the guards are out already, so
Yeah,
it's night rotation.
Oh, they're going to wake up and make noise. So that's why I'm saying gag them. They'll eventually wake up and start making noise. So
Okay,
we
well,
want
I
to be
mean,
quiet as
They're-
fast as
I
they're
possible.
tied him pretty
out.
dang well.
DM,
Hanging
is
out
there
there
a gap
anytime
under
soon.
the door?
No
Under
harm in
which door?
gagging.
The other side.
So there's not doors. It's like open. It's like open.
Oh, okay.
So you guys have a choice to make. You can either go the other way or you can go towards the throne room. But you do have a clear shot because there's no guards because it's night rotation.
All right. So what are we thinking?
Can we peek through the doors that don't lead to the room to see kind of like where they lead?
Yeah. You can go through
Kids
roll
out there.
roll inside. Or excuse
Insight,
me,
I
in perception.
Perception.
Kid's also gonna go down there.
Put it.
Okay, I have a +3 on that.
Nice.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
Dirty
Not
20.
bad.
Dirty 20.
I got a 13.
It doesn't matter because
What do I
So-
see?
so you're going to see down there. There's going to be a wooden door already slightly ajar. It's going to be leading towards the back gardens. So let me clear the drawings. I need more drawing space. Swear to God. So you would go through the gardens. See some bushes and more of a maze here. Another little made-up maze here. You go through the gardens. There's going to be a fountain here, and there's going to be a wall. Oh, there will be a wall right here. You have another path where you can go around to the front of the castle. So this would be front. So it's a little bit of a longer way to go. But it's
So
not
less
the throne
chance to
room.
get caught. So after peeking through this door, I turn to the others and I say, I think this leads towards the gardens. You have less of a chance of getting caught if you go this way.
Then let's go there, and Gidget will follow out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that
false
idea.
here.
Let's all go.
Fenlon
Yeah, I'll
kind
take
of
point.
kind of slightly nods and says, "Well, we got that back wall back there. We could probably hop that wall, make a run for it."
DM, how tall is that wall?
I would say that wall, I would say about 10 feet. Like, you guys can both... You could easily get over it. As long as you guys push each other up and over it, you can do that.
Yeah.
It needs to be lifted up for it.
By the way, how tall is everyone here?
I
my
do
char-
not.
How tall are our characters here? My character is 6'4" because he's a half orc.
Jonas is 5'11".
I don't know. Did I ever write down how tall
I
my
don't think I
fucking
wrote
character
mine
was?
down.
Just throw it out there. It's fine.
Fenlon is 6 foot.
I wrote it
5'11".
somewhere now. I can't find it. No! Where the fuck did I throw? I make notes and then I fucking lose them. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's okay. It's still first session.
But
We'll say 6 feet. Call it a day there. I'm an elf. Elves are tall.
and then little Gidget. But
Little Gidget.
has
I
no
love
problem.
Gidget
Yeah.
so much. Very
Can
adorable.
I try? Can I? This is just because I really want to try it. Can I try to put Gidget in my pocket?
No.
What?
She's still 2 feet.
She's still 2 feet.
That's
That's
pretty
still
big.
like half your height.
I mean, unless you want a little
That's like
gecko.
24 inches.
Or like on my arms and just try to carry her.
Now here's the thing though. Are your arms bare?
Yeah, my sword's on my back. So
No, like, do you have
No, you have
because
bare
remember,
skin
she's poison
showing
frog.
on your arms. I'm a poison dart frog, damn it.
Yeah.
You're a poison dart frog?
Yeah.
I said that earlier.
If you guys maybe
Stop,
have
my
some
bad.
To be fair, poison dark frogs are only poisonous if you ingest them.
Well,
I was
no,
just
I have a thing called poisonous
Secretion.
skin, and if anyone comes in contact with me, they need to roll a DC 12 con save or become poisoned for a minute.
So
I will
maybe
just
do
put-
something where
I
you
will
don't
just-
have to, where maybe you can hold.
Maybe I will not touch the frog. Maybe I will not touch the frog.
The smarter move.
Yeah, does she like reach towards her and goes, whoa, wait.
Kayleigh, you had something to say?
Oh, I was just adding to the bit.
Oh,
Maybe he's just adding.
I unfortunately had to
okay.
step away really quick because my little cousin was like wondering what I was doing. I had to explain it to him.
you're good. You're good. All
It
right.
happens to all of us.
He's
So-
a professional yapper, so.
Going to the
Gidget
garden?
will sneak- Yeah.
Yep, we're all going to the
Yeah,
garden.
just-
I want to lead behind. I want to be behind everyone and just kind of keep an eye out in case I hear or see anything.
I
As
am
soon as we
taking
get
point.
out there, Gidget will sneak her way up to the wall and then just jump up on top of the wall.
Well, before you guys can even touch the wall, there's actually someone who was already waiting for you there, and she's
Oh.
sitting there on a chair against the wall. There's like a stone bench, and she sits there like she expected you guys to be there. She knew, and she's poised, and we're gonna take a dinner break.
Dang.
Thank you. I'm hungry.
Dinner break.
The
Great.
Oh, when do we come back?
Food.
We'll
How
find out
much your time?
who the person
Yeah.
was already. We'll find out who she is. Back from the break. So I'm gonna
Alright,
dip
how
in and I'm
much?
gonna
15?
go eat pizza. I would say like 15-20 minutes.
20 minutes.
All
All right,
Alright,
so we aim to be
Alright,
back
cool.
around 10:55.
Yeah.
And just for your time zone, I'm at EST.
10:55. Okay.
Oh, perfect. Go back.
All right,
Okie
you're back,
dokie.
Al.
I will also be back. I'm gonna go get more ramen.
All right.
I'm gonna sit on my phone and look stupid.
Okay. Oof.
Country here, so you guys got some dip.
You
Yeah.
guys are fucking sending me.
Got something, dude.
My guy's not even country. Here's the thing. I'm not even trying to sound
DM.
country. I'm just trying to like imitate like a deep orc voice, but I guess it's coming off as like southern, like southern
If you
accent,
want to do an orc,
I'm
you gotta
trying to
shut
kick
like
your
in.
jaw.
unintentionally.
This
I'm
is how
trying
we
to
do it back in
kick in a-
Halsgrove.
Hello, is everybody back? Or
Hello.
Roll call.
Glacia?
Hi.
Carrie?
Hi.
Celesta? Celesta? Zach?
Oh, hello.
Zach from Publix?
Oh, dang it.
The one I didn't work with. Okay, we're still waiting
No.
on Celesta. Everyone else is here. Garrett? Garrett, you
Yeah,
here?
he's
We'll
here.
count it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried making a noise, but yeah, I'm here.
And Nugget's here.
Yeah, I guess other Zach went to go grab something.
Yeah, probably. Hope I'm doing okay, guys.
But yeah, the image
You're doing
reference is in
great.
table
Oh,
talk.
it's been fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're doing fantastic.
Yeah.
Hope it's not boring.
Not at all.
No, it's good. You're
Not
doing
boring
well.
at all.
Even
world
though I've
building.
only said like, even though I've only said like 2 things, I'm still having
Bro,
fun because I'm just laughing at everyone
I was like,
else.
oh, how are they gonna go about this?
Honestly, really good world building so far.
You. It would be a
Yeah.
lot to come. A lot to.
I know you probably stayed up very late getting all this done.
She did. She was up at 2 a.m. I woke up at 2 a.m. last night, and she was like just finished up, and I was like,
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Picard, if you want something to help you keep track of like ties and such, there's something called Obsidian. It's a very good note-taking and world-building tool. I don't personally use it just because I was already too deep into my stuff to try to put all of it over. But since you are still building the
Yeah.
world, if you were to do that, like you could, it essentially works like a investigator's web, if you know what I
Okay.
mean.
I put that.
Like
If
you'll have a
anything,
topic
I
and a
will
topic and a
also-
topic, and you can connect them in different ways. So you have references.
Okay.
Yeah, and if anything, tomorrow, for
Yeah,
my
that.
stream, for my stream tomorrow, I'll probably go back and listen to the entire session and just note take.
I did that while we do.
I like to do it afterwards in case like we miss something in the moment. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
'Cause
Yeah.
It's good to go
Yeah.
back, have
Focus
I'm
on
back.
the moment and then go back and take notes.
And God forbid anything happens and you're not there, you lose your shit. We still have backup. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Zach from Publix, you back?
I am.
Woo, he's back.
Back
We can
from
start.
Publix. Woo!
I went to
Yo, what'd
Subway
you get at
because I
Publix?
can't get a public sub.
Aw.
Oh, yeah,
He
Publix
went
is
to
closed right
Subway.
now.
Subway.
You.
Ew.
I know.
Just kidding. I love Subway.
They
Oh,
had
we're
to
gonna.
classify their bread as a dessert legally.
Yeah, because it has so much sugar
Sugar.
in it.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Wild.
Yeah.
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 No sugar.
That's
Subway
crazy.
bread
It's
is
fucking good,
technically
I can't lie to
classified
you.
as cake.
Oh,
All
That's-
right, everybody
wow.
back and situated.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go.
So
Oh boy, I love the music choice.
we're back to so you see this ominous regal figure sitting on the sitting on this like stone bench like she was waiting for you. You look over, you see this beautifully done, I need to turn the music down, excuse me.
Oh
It's
yeah, you do.
beautifully
Oh
done.
shit, that's loud.
It is very loud. Holy crap.
See this beautifully done handmade dress, the golden beads that line her collar. See those intricately made ruffles on her sleeves. The dress kind of just like flows down, like almost like a stream of blood almost. You see that familiar dragon pelt on her back, and the Queen Adelira sitting, and she, before you even approach the wall, her voice pipes up, "I've been waiting for you."
And I pull out my
I
sickle and ready to just the kind of like protective stance of where the fuck did you come from?
I also
rude.
Galadar also
Okay.
spins around, puts his shield in front of him, and then his lance right next to it, and just looks straight forward at her.
Kind of
Goes-
rude to have your guards toss us in without so much as by your leave, especially when we won't do nothing wrong.
I'm gonna step back slowly from that. Just like
I'm just
I'm
gonna
not a
take
part of
grip my
that.
I apologize about the guards down in the dungeon. We've been a bit in a little bit of a need for high security lately. Apologize. I commend you though for breaking out of it. A little bit. Most people find that really tough. You guys are the first.
To be
It's
fair,
more
your
than
guards
just
are
that.
drunk.
Why have you been throwing innocent people into your dungeons?
Unfortunately, I'm not the one leaving people in charge. I've been listening to my my advisors. We've been dealing with a secret threat. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with what destroyed the school.
Yeah, at this
More or
point,
less.
Galadar kind of lowers his guard. He lowers his shield a bit and his lance bit and goes, "Yes, I remember."
I also
More
throw
or
my
less,
stick away by
I
this
was on
point
the
as well.
farm.
I kind of look down begrudgingly.
Gidget, Gidget comes from the forest in a remote town. She don't know shit.
Like tongue sticking out, going on her eye in the meantime.
Bleep.
Blip. So,
I'll kind of speak up like, well, it was easy to get out because your guards were drunk as shit. So clearly you need to improve on your guards. But
okay.
why are you waiting for us? Since you've mentioned that.
I have eyes and ears everywhere. This is my castle, of course.
Oh shit.
Well, I've been needing some help. I can't leave the castle myself. I think it's not exactly easy to say you need mercenaries and then everyone comes to your door. You know how it is. I unfortunately can't do this myself, and she kind of just stands up and turns around and pulls the pelt like it's hair over her shoulder, and you see like these blackish, almost like lightning looking like scars going down her back, and you can see, and when she turns back around, the scar kind of weaves up to her left cheek, almost kissing her eye. If you squint really hard enough, you can see how it's getting closer to slowly, like almost like it's infecting her. My last journey before I returned left me a little bit wounded. I'm not as strong as I. Fortunately, there's something much more pressing at hand that I've been informed. That dragon that destroyed that school. And she kind of like takes a moment to collect herself. Unfortunately, I heard that that dragon wasn't working alone.
At this point, Galadar is extremely startled and kind of perks up and goes, "What?"
We don't know how, but that attack on the school was purposeful. It wasn't just a dragon mindlessly attacking. Did you notice it? If any of you were from out of not from Yavalia, if you guys remember, before the 86 graduation and afterwards, notice how the dragon didn't attack anywhere else before I could get to it? The dragon didn't damage any other towns. It didn't attack the Highlands. It didn't attack even all as far as Belshore or Shinzahua. Nowhere else reported a dragon attack.
So you're saying this was purposeful and someone meant to do this?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
And I'm guessing you want us to hunt down the other ones, is what I'm getting.
Whatever was working with the dragon, if you guys could find out what happened, I'd be most grateful.
The rest of you will just see Gidget slowly inching her way towards the fountain.
Oh, okay, but question. Why would we want to do that? You don't take care of your kingdom enough, so, and we just got tossed in jail. One of your guards did something I personally will not forgive him for, though, even though I got my little bit of take back. Why the heck would we do that?
She kind of just takes a moment to pause and just nods her head. I understand it's not so easy to trust me, especially after I'm still in recovery. I'm not the warlock I.
Oh, hell's no, it's not even that. Look at me. And he's just gesturing to the mismatched, ill-fitting armor. I'm exactly ready to go toe-to-toe with the dragon. It's a much different creature than hog tying a steer.
Well, I can provide you all some gold in the meantime to help your travels. I'll do anything to help you, please. I just want Yevalia safe. I haven't been able to.
It
Alright,
is what
I'm
it is.
back.
Well,
I'm back.
she's-
Okay, welcome back. Anyways,
So
resuming roll.
why us? Because we ain't exactly the cream of the crop. We're just folks.
I'm not sure if I can trust my gods.
I didn't say jack to the squad about the gods, ma'am.
I mean, why would she trust her gods? They're fucking drunk in their fucking prison.
And please, you all must have been at the school at some point. I recognize some of you.
I
I'm
dropped
sorry.
out.
Please, anything will help. You must understand, there's been some alumni who've already been killed.
Yeah, Galadar at this point puts away his lance, steps like takes like a step like full steps towards the queen and says, "Well, I may only be a lowly apprentice for a knight paladin." And then at this point he kneels, fully devoting himself to or fully presenting himself as like a paladin knight. "If you ask it of me, I will go on this quest."
And she gives like a soft like smile, softly bowing her head back. Be most appreciated and most honored if you would serve by me.
It's just
we-
playing in the fountain.
Do we get something out of this? And do we forget about what I was doing here?
I'll forgive you. This is much more important than around the library. Although next time, please ask that you ask me next time.
Fine, whatever.
The rest of you, will you?
Tell
Please.
you what, Your Majesty. I'll hail if you do a thing.
Ask.
Oh, hails! I'm about to make a fool of myself. So, the only thing I want out of all this, I don't care for your gold. I don't care for riches. None of that. I just sort of need, and it's gonna sound odd. I just need a title, like a lordship or what have you.
Complete this for me and save the kingdom. You'll be more than done.
Well, I've been since was his mom.
Garrett, I want you to roll a perception check. Or, yeah. Or no.
Perception?
Roll,
Okay.
roll inside.
No insight? Okay. What is my insight? Where is it? 3. Let's see, am I really stupid or am I really smart? I'm stupid.
No.
You don't really notice anything.
Yeah.
Now, as can going back pedaling a little bit, can Gidget be keeping an eye out the entire time she's sitting in the fountain soaking?
Yeah. Roll perception.
They're poisoning the whole fountain. Hey, Burging's out of they're fucked.
Oh my god, what the fuck happened?
23.
No, what the fuck happened?
What?
What?
What happened?
Oh, it's fine. It just
Oh.
reloaded. It'll be back in a moment.
Okay.
Hey,
Or
what
should
happened?
be.
Yeah, actually, what
You
did
drew a
happen?
duck.
Oh.
Yeah, we're all
You
we're all still
did
in
draw
there.
Drew a duck.
It does look like a duck.
That is great. That's
I was
awesome.
just like looking at
I
it.
was
I'm
trying
like,
so hard not to
23.
say it looks like a duck.
I didn't even realize.
23 for perception for Gidget.
I'm gonna start going to the corner of the map here and start drawing things.
Yeah, go ahead. Uh, you see, like, along the ivy at the base of it, you can see a little bit of, like, neglect. Like, you would think out of all things that this ivy would be taken care of, and off the walls. It seems quite out of place. There's a little bit of, like, a little bit of blackened rot, like a little bit at the beginning of the where it touches the ground, or excuse me, at like the tips where it touches the wall. You could see like it's some of the vines are a little bit rotted, a little more a little bit unnaturally. But you don't see any guards or extra attackers.
Good to know.
Would you please help me? Please.
Fenlin kind of steps forward a bit, hands in pockets, kind of sighs, just. Well, all this debacle and putting us in jail, and now you want us to be some sort of heroes. I guess I got nothing to lose, but I ain't doing this just for you. Let me make that clear. I'm doing it for the people of the school, the academy, and I'm doing it for the people of your kingdom.
All I
Not
can
you.
ask for. I know
Go.
I'm nothing like Arve or the ones who definitely deserve this more than me. I was pushed to be here, doing what I can. Sorry, I'm not exactly queen material. Please. And she reaches into her like her pouch, and she pulls out this like handheld like carved metal piece. It's a like a silver intricate with like a little bit of like an jeweled insignia on it. It's her own symbol. It's her insignia of the castle of Yavalia. And she hands like the circular disc over to she hands it over to Galadar. Her hand like tinier than his half orc hand. She like gently gives it over to him, and like her hand like a little bit shaky from her wound in the back. She hands it over. If any of the gods give you trouble, please take this and show them that you are there working for. I would need you to head over. I'll need you to water.
Get that water.
Hydration.
Hydration, yes.
Like Gidget's doing right now because she has to. The only problem with me playing a frog, I need to be in water for at least an hour a day.
She hands over the disc. I've communicated with Queen Daphne and Elshara. I will need you to head down there, and she'll be able to tell you more. Hopefully her soldiers and her court can be able to help you more than I can. Please, if
Yes,
there's
Your
anything else I
Majesty.
can help you with, please come back to the castle and let me know.
Of course, Your Majesty.
And with that, she gives a nice bow, and like her hand out reaches towards one of the open paths that leads to the front of the castle. There should be an inn down there if you need a place to rest. Just show them the disc. They will give you a place to rest.
At this point, Galadar rises and he looks the. I'm sorry, what's her name again? I keep forgetting names.
The
The
queen?
Queen's name? Yeah.
My brain actually stopped and I almost forgot it myself. Queen Adalira.
He looks Queen Adalira in the eyes and he goes, "As I said, my lady, I hereby pledge that I will do this. And when I return, I will only ask for one thing. But until then, farewell."
Thank you very much. She gives a small bow and retreats back through the back way of the castle.
I inspect
Wow.
the medallion that she gave me, and I turn to the others and say, "Well, I suggest we start going."
I like that idea.
I reckon so.
Gidget just gives a thumbs up from the fountain.
Well, time to pony up and do what we said we would. But, it's late. I suggest we find a place to rest and get to that on the morning.
DM,
Yes.
Indeed.
how long was that conversation?
That conversation, I would say, like, I want to say 15, 20 minutes.
What time would it be after we finish that conversation? Probably like evening.
Probably, I would say like 8 o'clock evening. The sun is down, the moon is up. It's clear clouds, so it's nothing but like a blanket of stars, and you can see the crescent moon clearly shining down upon the garden, giving this nice soft glow. And almost like the path to the front of the gardens, it's made with like white, uh, like um, like white shell-like stone, so it glows, leading you to the front.
As Gidget steps out from the fountain, all of you will pretty intensely notice that the bottom half of her dress is almost twinkling, like the stars are actually there.
Like glitter almost?
No, like actual like stars twinkling.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Joel's just gonna hold up a single finger. Question: should you really have been in that water, considering, you know?
Well,
It doesn't bother me.
I don't think anyone's gonna be
it's-
drinking fountain water.
But the
You'd be
birds will.
surprised.
Well,
So-
Yeah.
there's too many bugs.
So
in
at this
damn
point,
kingdom anyway.
Galadar
I'm not the birds.
approaches the fountain, saying, "But wildlife will." And he puts his hand into the water and he casts. Let's see, what can I cast? I cast Lay on Hands on the water to purify the water, and I can either cure disease or neutralize poison. So I will neutralize the poison. That's going to expend 5 points, but since we're about to go a long rest, it doesn't really matter.
Galeon kind of grits his teeth and he's like, "Are we really going to throw in with her because she asked nicely?" He kind of scoffs
Yes.
a bit while shaking his head. "Let's not forget, this is the same queen who vanished for a decade, came back wearing a dragon skin cloak, and has been ruling with an iron fist ever
Why
since."
is Zach so
Oh.
quiet?
Oh, am I quiet?
No, he's not quiet on my end.
No, you were for me.
You might need to turn him up. You might need to turn him
I
up.
did.
Okay.
Partner,
Sif-
I'm be honest with you. So long as she holds up her end of the bargain and I ain't gotta compromise who I am, I don't mind.
Sif's kind of gonna just be like, I think just for all of our sakes, we're lucky that she didn't throw us back in to the
Who
prison.
kno-
That
So-
is true.
We have
All
to
I'm
be
saying
sure.
is-
I was gonna run if she tried.
And
All
you
I'm
saw
saying
her
yeah.
wounds.
Let's keep our eyes open, question everything. If we're going to play this game, let's make sure we're the ones holding the cards.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And if anything, if we think we don't trust her, we don't have to continue what we're doing. We can just go on our merry way.
And who
At
knows?
some
Maybe
point,
we'll make
once
some
But you
Roger
saw
coin.
her
in the
wounds.
area.
But
She
you
can't
saw
really
her
help
wounds.
us. Yes, she can't really do anything to us, but she's got gods. She can just tell them
I'd argue
go
she
stabby
can.
stabby and whatever they do.
She
I
might
guess
be injured now, but she ain't gonna be injured forever.
that too.
Once she recovers, if she finds out we ain't been doing our little job,
Who's to say she won't track us down?
exactly.
Yeah,
Well, if the legends are to be believed, those wounds are from a dragon, and those wounds do not heal lightly.
Yeah, but whether it's months or a year and a half, 2, 5, I wouldn't forget that personally.
yeah. If anything,
And
we just
Y'all saw
don't.
I ain't exactly not vengeful.
I want
Yeah.
Galadar to roll for history.
I think I'm stupid with history. Let me check. I'm not sure. No, I don't get anything for history, so This is gonna be.
Oh, you make a good roll.
Yep, hopefully. Oh, perfect.
Oh,
Crit.
so
I'm
Dang.
a sage.
you
Good
remember
job.
that Queen Adalira is the only queen to achieve such a feat of defeating a dragon. The only other mightable feat beforehand was over a century ago when Queen Arave Yamura killed King Yorin from the founder of Evalia. So she's not exactly even though she is injured, that doesn't mean she is weak. In fact, she is far from it.
Well, crippled though she may be, remember, she asked us personally to do this quest.
I still don't get that. Like, with her pockets, she could get anyone better with a sword than us, but she chose us, which is very
Maybe she was
weird and
that
concerning.
She said that she could not trust her guards. Maybe she has no other choice.
But the guards ain't the only ones. Like, I'm sure, while some might be handpicked, I doubt they stay their entire lives. I mean, if I was and it went against what I want to do in life, I'd quit.
Unless
Besides-
she
Yeah.
was waiting for a group like us to escape the prison before she asked. Maybe
Mm.
this was
Prison is a
test.
lot different and a really not good litmus test for if you could go to tangle with a dragon.
You
I'm
don't
just-
know if it's another dragon you have to fight though.
Yeah, but that's what he's assuming.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I'm a farmer. I grew up on a farm. I flunked out of the dang academy. I also had to go because my paw got sick, but I never finished. I tend crops. I raise steer. Slaughter them when it's time. That ain't exactly a skill set that is going to translate one to one of going toe to toe with something that can bite me in half.
None of you are
Well-
bound to go further than you may will. But I am bound by oath. So I am going. And I will go alone if I have to.
You see, friend, I kind of am too, because I ought to give my word, and it's a done deal.
I need to make sure this doesn't follow me anywhere, so I think it's best we do take part in this. Yes. But I think we should find somewhere to sleep and maybe get some food that isn't, doesn't taste like shit. Quite frankly, I'm hungry.
So am I.
She did tell us there was an inn down the road.
I'll meet you all there. I'm gonna wander a bit first. Get my head on straight, you know.
Don't get lost.
I will move Jonas, and you're gonna go to here. You can go to the left side.
and
this side-
That's actually perfect because he was going towards the church
All right, perfect.
or the temple or whatever it might be.
Church.
Gidget's gonna wild shape into a gecko and just crawl up Sith's arm. Or just crawl up Sith's leg.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can Fenlin straggle behind and kind of see what's going on with Jonas? Kind of like lag behind a little bit.
Roll for stealth.
Roll for stealth. Okay.
You want me to roll perception or do you want to go off his passive? His passive
While
is 11.
Gidget's rolling up my leg, I'm gonna just stare and just be very much like, "Where are you going? What are you doing?"
Am
Um,
I-
Crawls up into your pocket. And
Yeah. How do you want to go about that? That's really up to you as the DM.
I mean, he's not actively looking for anyone, so
You just go into the pocket, Gidget.
Yeah.
how do you want to
I'm
do
just
this?
gonna pat you as you're in the pocket.
I mean, as a GM, I'd roll passive just because Jonas is not actively looking.
Yeah,
for
Jonas
someone.
isn't actively looking, so I would say
Whatever Jonas's passive perception is.
It's an 11, so roll above that.
Okay. What am I rolling? Am I rolling stealth?
yeah, roll stealth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I able to roll perception for this too, since we're so because I imagine we're all kind of seeing this happening, right? Or some of us are distracted and some of us aren't.
I mean, Jonas is just walking off.
He's just walking off. He said he'll be with you.
Well, I mean
so that is
perception for Finland, since he's trying to actively sneak.
if you want to roll, especially if he's not going to tell you that he's going to sneak off or keep an eye on him, then I would say Galadar and Kalian Roll perception.
You want to go ahead and keep people in stealth?
Yes.
Okay.
Get
We'll
your
see if he gets
gecko.
it first.
Also,
I don't know why I rolled twice.
You
Wait,
It
did
has
I?
to be over
I
an
did roll
11,
twice. My bad.
I will just take the first one, just 15.
Yeah, 15.
And
That's
then,
a bonus. Oh, that's
Over an 11, correct?
yeah. So
So, oh yeah, I definitely notice
No.
if he makes it.
Stealth.
While they're doing that, boss, I sent you a
oh,
DM.
17.
I was close.
Hmm.
Yeah, so he makes it. He still's behind the boat. We also notice, or at least I definitely do notice him follow him.
He's more
Excuse
so
me
just
while I
curious
answer
to
our
see where
question.
Jonas is wandering off to.
Answer an aside.
Also, Cherry, for reference,
Yes.
she's just a purple and black leopard gecko.
Okay. Gotcha. She's wearing pants, so I'm not worried about the poison shit. So
Well, I'm a gecko.
yeah. Well, you still when did you still admit your poisons from your normal
I
class,
don't
or would you switch?
know if I do that in
So-
wild shape. I think it says.
Fenlin
Yeah.
passes stealth, so Jonas doesn't notice. However, everyone else does notice. It's up to you if you want to say anything to him. Hold on, I'm waiting till later. It's up to you.
That tracks, you know. Jonas is dense as hell.
Sif ain't saying anything. It's not her business. Not the
Same thing
business.
for Kalion.
Okay.
Business.
Galadar will follow Fenlin, just because of his oath. So he has to make sure that nothing's going to happen.
So you're gonna be at the church. So I'm gonna put you both.
So you're kind of like lagging behind a bit.
Yeah.
Both are here. So you guys are both on the left side of that path from the garden. And so Gidget, Kalion, and Sith, I'm assuming you're going towards the inn?
Yes.
Going
Okay.
wherever Sith goes, because I'm being a pocket gecko right
Yeah.
You are coming to the end. Then you don't have a choice. Sorry.
So
I'm your taxi, you're not the driver.
now.
If you're not driving and you're not driving, who's driving this plane? Sorry.
So okay. So while we take a moment to let Jonas go to the church, we are going to focus first on the tavern, actually.
Music change.
So I promise I'll get better and more smooth at that.
It takes time.
So-
It's YouTube.
You both, and so you three enter this tavern, and you see it's bustling. People were in town for the merchants festival, so it's a little bit of bustling. You know, you see people packed over on the connected to the right side of the desk. There's gonna be like the main dining area for the people staying at the inn. You see a woman dressed in what seems like a uniform and an apron, like a dress. She has her hair up, like, messy. She's a human. I'd say probably around her like 50s ish, and she kind of like bumps shoulder with Sith as she comes through, carrying hot buns on her hands, or like on the plates with a tray in her hand. She's got like 4 things of ale balancing one on top of each other. Excuse me, and she kind of just bumps past you and starts setting food over, and she comes over and she looks at you all, like, takes a moment. She's got a little bit of like wrinkles on her face, and then she looks over to the kitchen. Stu, hurry it up, we got 6 tables still waiting. And she looks over. What can I help y'all with?
We are looking for some rooms for the night. and some food.
Just the three of you?
There's more of us that are joining us. 6.
Yes.
We went on ahead, if you will.
Sorry, I ain't got much room left for you. You might have to split up or whatever. Maybe. She seems like really careless. She like scratches her nose, picks at her nails.
Is your bar open, by chance? I'd like a drink.
You got eyes? Look over. Take a chair.
Got it.
Remember,
Thank
you
you.
still have that. You still have the that insignia from the queen.
Did we
Do-
all get one?
Do we all get
Or
one?
did just Galadar?
You all get one.
Okay.
Right. I will definitely do that. Take care now. You can probably take care of the conversation because Sif's already over it. Sif's is like, if I talk one more time for this person, I'm gonna kill them.
So she looks over at Kalion, and so she's kind of thinking of like a bullshit price in her head because it's a dog eat dog world right now in Yavalia. So she looks over and she's like, "How much gold you got on you? Depends how nice I'll be to you."
Kalion? Talking to Kalion?
Yep,
Yeah.
Kalion, because you remember, Gidget is
Oh,
still
yeah.
a gecko on Sith, and they went to the bar.
In Sif's pocket.
Oh yeah, in Sith's pocket.
She is in my pocket.
Well, aren't you a ray of sunshine? What can you help us? Depends with how you enjoy having royals in your establishment. I kind of subtly slide a sigil that I had onto this table, just letting its presence be known.
She picks up the sigil and just kind of looks over it, and silent acknowledgement that she knows what it is. You looking to eat at the bar, or you want to go to bed now?
I think I'd rest for tonight. Been a long day for me.
And she puts the rag over her shoulder. Follow me. And she picks like this key that's very clearly different from the other of the inn keys. Gold, and it has that same queen's insignia on it as like the little circle of the key. And so she goes upstairs and she puts the key in. It's like this room is a little bit out of the way from the rest of the rooms. You go up a couple stairs and you go down at the end of the hallway into a bookcase, and she pushes it past and she unlocks the door, opens in this room that looks way nicer than it could really honestly be for this inn. And she just kind of motions over, and you can see that there's beds for more than enough beds for everybody. There is like plush cushions on the floor, and she points over at the little like paper menu that's sitting on one of the nightstands. Like, if you want room service, just ring the bell. It's right here next to the door. Don't make me wake up at 3 a.m. please. So she
Wow, this
closes.
is a fine, humble establishment.
Please.
What'd you say?
Make her wake up at 3 a.m., please.
So she closes the door, and the keys that you guys would need for your own room, they're all set. One is set each on the bed, and they're slightly smaller, and they're silver instead of gold. So it still would work the same on the door. So she closes the door, and she goes back downstairs and goes back to serving people. So, continue, Kalion?
I kind of look around the place, kind of starts bobbing his head a little bit. Now this is what service is. Goes and just checks out the place. What does he see? Sure.
Roll perception.
All right.
Okay, so you see that there is a whole map of the kingdom. So all the way describing from where you need to go next, which will be Ilashada. You see the insignia for House Grove right above it. You see like a big outlay of the Drainig Forest, including one of the villages in there. Within the most people don't write those on the maps, but this map is meant for other royals and other diplomats and whatnot traveling through Yavalia. So you even see the small village of Belimar, you see Lutoria, you see Hesandargai right below the big city of Shinzahua. And then additionally you see the glass fountain, the Grove of Clarity is marked out. You see Nevercliff Cave, and then you see the Dupass Lake down to the Goldwind River. And additionally the Isle of Fate to the top left. You keep moving forward, you see a whole bookshelf of books to tell you more about Yuvalia's history, and then you can learn more about the other cities and towns that are a part of this area. Now, additionally, you have a few. You have like one big mirror next to that bookshelf on the far right wall, and you just a little like table as well.
Okay. Galen kind of like takes this all in and is like, wow, the way they treat nobles. He kind of thinks to himself, maybe he should get Sith and Gidget, but he decides it's a bit out of his way, so decides to find a room.
All right. Down at the bar, you kind of get like this big burly man. He kind of like looks down at you, but then he like slams his arm down on the bar. It's clear he's the
This is for me, right?
bartender. This is Stu. What?
This is for me, right? You're talking
Yes,
to
for
me, right?
Sith and
Okay.
Gidget. And you think like he's about to say some vile shit like his wife will. And his eyebrows are like very fuzzy. They go over his eyes. He has some graying going on in his hair, and he's got like this like little chef's hat on his head, and he's got this big mustache. And then you think like he's about as intimidating as his wife before he's like, "Hey, what can I get for you?" And he gives you like a nice little smile.
There is some kindness and hospitality, I guess. Your hardest liquor. I don't care. Hardest one. Please. And I'll slide him, like, I don't know, 3 gold over. Or however much it is.
Yeah, 3 gold. So what brings you to town? And he kind of like starts pouring an ale, an import from House Grove, the strongest of ale, and he passes it over to you. A little bit of bubbling coming over, like over the cup.
Oh, you know, trying to find some things out that I need to know. Getting nowhere, unfortunately, but that's how life is sometimes. Sometimes you hit some hurdles.
And he kind of like leans down to you. He's like, sometimes the best stuff isn't really on the papers. You should talk over to the other inn. That the one my wife won't let me. But go to the not so
one?
nice one. So what you're gonna do? You're gonna leave this inn. You go down past the bakery, right behind there.
Mhm.
The untouchables, if you will. It's a bit of the smaller district. Things that we're not supposed to do goes on over there. But there's another inn over there for the ones that can't exactly afford this place. Bit shady. Be careful. I don't want you getting hurt, but go with a friend or something if they can fight, just in case things go a little awry. There's
Does he hand me my drink at this point? Mm.
yeah, your drink's already handed to you.
Okay.
You're kind of like, he's kind of a yapper, so he's kind of
No,
sitting
I
there
can
like, so what you want to do is you want to go down to that little inn with the red heart on it. Yeah,
Mhm.
go to that one. Just kind of squint your eyes if you don't like seeing the scantily clad ladies. It's not exactly just an inn, if you know what I mean. You know, sometimes people take a day trip. You know what I mean?
I mean, I enjoy that kind of lifestyle, if you will.
Okay, then it's your kind of place. Then I don't know. He kind of like shrugs and like looks so like kind of looks away, and then he looks back at you. Yeah, just go up there and talk to Vero. Okay, that's a
Vero?
name. Vero, Vero. That's Vero. She's gonna be the one, the head mistress in charge. She's gonna be the one. She hears everything. Sees everything. Okay, she is the one. She hears everything. People go in there. They kind of like. She's from Shinzahua. You know, I don't mess with her. You know how they are over there. They're a little cutthroat. Secrets are like currency over there.
Secrets always are currency if you think about it really hard.
Yeah, just
Thank you for the information.
be careful. Anything for you. Let me know if you need another round. And he kind of gets
Thank
up
you.
and walks off.
And I'll just take a really big swig of the drink.
Gidget will poke her head out. And then go back in.
How you doing in there, Gidget?
She pops her head back out and with her little tiny hand tries to give the best thumbs up that she can, even though she's Gecko.
God, that's so cute. Stay in my pockets for a little while longer, if you will. Maybe if you want, you can come with me. Maybe. No, I don't want you getting lost. Or stabbed by accident. That would actually kind of suck. We'll think about that. I just pat her head. I just pat it. And I just kind of like just push her back in so no one else notices I'm talking to a fucking gecko in my pocket.
Okay. So we're gonna pause there with the tavern. We're gonna move over to our other group. So you enter this church, and it's made with like white stone and gold, kind of carved in. And when you walk past the main room, you know you can see a few people sitting in the pews in thought and prayer, and so you can go um past the one of the doors, and there's like a insignia on each little door, and there's like little prayer rooms for each of the gods and goddesses and minor deities that the people come through, because this is Ye Valley, this is the capital, people of many backgrounds and whatnot. And so you see you see a few gold coins, a insignia of gold coins with fairy wings on one of the doors for the the minor goddess Tiralina, the Fey goddess of luck.
Are there any altars out in display, or are they only
So in the
in
main
prayer
room,
rooms?
there is also the insignias for each of the minor deities, and all of the major the first row is the minor deities. The ones on like the step up is the one of the higher importance, and the other major deities. So Tiralina's gonna be a smaller altar on the first level on the towards the left of the center.
He's gonna go for the coin lady, and he's just gonna stand there. And it's very clear as he shifts from foot to foot, scratching his chin, that he's not really one for prayer, I guess would be the way to put it. Uh, howdy, Miss. Hold this. I don't know what to refer to you as, but from what I recall, you're the one in charge of luck and all that, and I don't think we would have gotten out of the situation we was in if you didn't help us, I guess. Well, look, I don't know. Oh, God, oh, I'm mucking this up. Long story short, thank you, I guess. And, yeah. And he's going to simply take his little coin pouch, take out 2 coins from it, put those coins in the little space between his suspender and the shirt itself so they stay. And then he's just going to put the stack of coins with 7 coins in it on top of the altar and head out.
All right. I want Finland to roll. I want you to roll for stealth again.
Okay.
Finland.
I'm rolling.
There you go. Okay. So, he doesn't see you hiding behind the one of the pews when he walks past the front door. Can I have Galadar also roll for stealth?
Okay, let me find my stealth thing. I'm still amazed I have a +1 to stealth. Wearing all this heavy. I'm wearing all this heavy shit, but somehow I actually have a modifier for it.
Everyone is blind. Everyone is
Yeah.
deaf, I should say. You just hear like,
They're slightly hard of hearing.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a +1. So, yeah.
So,
Oh, a bit louder.
yeah. So, kind of dings against one of the standing candelabras. So that's lower than the passive. So he will notice you dinging on the candelabra.
So at this point, he notices me.
Yes. At this point he notices you. Like right before he leaves the church. You're at like the back pew. Cuz you're like there's 2 rows of pews and we're going to have yeah. Okay, so he's hiding behind the front of the pew here. He's over here at the entrance getting ready to leave. But you dinged a candelabra like right here. Oh, let me move you.
Oh, so I'm not right behind Fedlin. I thought I was close because I was following him.
Oh, if you're right behind Finland, thing is
Yeah,
if
because I was following him.
okay.
Because I was leaving. I forget.
So you're in the
Nugget, what's your
same.
character's
You're in
name?
the same. Uh, so if you're trying to like follow close behind, I would say like you're right outside the pew. So you ding the candelabra. So you're right here, but Finland's still out of sight.
But do I know where he is?
You know where he is.
Because I was
Especially
following him.
if you're following him, then that counts.
Okay. So I guess it's since he. Nugget, I'm sorry. What's your character's name again?
Jonas.
Jonas. So I imagine since Jonas notices now, I imagine he speaks first.
Yes, he has initiative.
Yeah.
I mean, in all honesty, he's not gonna question it. He came here for a random reason. He's figuring someone else is here for a random reason.
Oh, so he just walks out.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be in someone's privacy when they're at a church. It'd be rude.
So once he is out of the church, I am going to come out, and I'm going to grab Fenlon by the shoulder and say, "What are you doing?"
He'd be going towards the inn.
Inn's right here.
Oh,
Well, I was a bit curious where he was heading, and let's just say I got my reasons for wanting to see what he was up to.
Reasons or not, a man's privacy is his own. We're a team now. You have to trust us.
I don't think what I'm referring to is about trust. Let me elaborate.
You both are Housgrovian men, so you both are headstrong in your own right, even if you have your own sense of morality. It is normal for you both to believe you are in the right, even if it's 2 completely morally different paths. So keep that in mind. You are from a very headstrong culture. It is cutthroat in its own way.
No, so Finland is not backing down off of what he's about to say, and he's gonna keep headstrong in his beliefs. And he looks over to what's your character's name again, Garrett?
Galadar.
Galadar. He looks over to Galadar and he says, "Let me make one thing clear. I was just curious because earlier when we were talking to the Queen, he mentioned that when we were talking about what what our motivations are on a little bit and what we fight for, he mentioned his sick dad, and that resonated with me a little bit, to be completely frank with you."
Is your own sick?
Do you want to have him roll for insight?
Yeah, he needs to roll for insight on that
Yeah,
one.
roll. Okay, yeah, I will. Paste. Fight 3. It rolls now.
Permit what you will.
So Finland doesn't really reveal much. You get kind of a bare bones explanation from him. He just looks a little peeved and says, I've got my own history that I'd rather not talk about. We'll just leave it at that.
Nor will I talk about mine, and I will not expect Jonas to talk about his either. Regardless of whether your history is or not, you need to respect the party's privacy. This is when Galadar kind of, stands up straight, shows his pride and his oath.
He kind of looks at Galdar and says, I see no issue in seeing what someone's up to whenever I barely know any of you, and we just got together and we're just partying up now. I'd say you don't know me that well yet. I don't know any of you that well yet. But that's not why I was coming out here. I had no malicious intent.
Regardless, I do not want to see this again.
He kind of looks at he's like, what was his name?
Galadar.
Galdar.
Galadar.
Galadar. He looks at Galadar and he says, I'll stay in my lane, you stay in yours. We'll leave it at that. He walks away calmly.
So at this point, Finland is out of the church.
Okay.
Yeah, he's exiting.
At this point, Galadar, he turns to like the main idol in the church, closes his eyes, as if to like dwell on something or say something to himself. And then after a few seconds, he also turns and leaves the church.
All right. So we're all back at the inn.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So everyone's back at the inn. Now you have the options of either joining Sith and Gidget at the bar or going, talking to the innkeeper real quick to be shown your rooms.
I will like to go eat.
Okay.
I would also like to go eat at the bar.
Okay. So I'm
Nolan's
gonna.
gonna eat as well. He's kind of hungry.
So we'll have you all here marked bar then. So, Sith, the rest of the group kind of sits with you, like on the empty chairs next to you. Stu comes over, is like, "Hey, more people, what can I do for you?"
We're in the same party.
Okay, you cool fancy folk. Okay. What do you want? What are we feeling? What are we hankering for? We hungry? We thirsty? What can I get for you? I can make anything.
I'm the farthest thing from fancy friend. I'll just take whatever you got. The talk.
Your standard meal, please.
Stu kind of like looks at you all and he's like, "Oh, y'all from the Ellsgrove, right? I got just the thing for you." He sees many Ellsgrovian men come through here, and he kind of goes back. You hear some shouting in the kitchen, and then he comes back to pour something. "I got the perfect ale for you." He gets 3 jugs seamlessly. Like the way he moves is kind of like almost like magic. The way he skillfully pours out these ales, he slides them over to you like just no effort. This man has done this job for a very long time. He poured a like very smooth, almost like whiskey like type ale. It's a perfect blend. It's made in Belshore with Housegrovian owner from this brewery with a Belshore entrepreneur, and it's a perfect thing that most Housegrovian men love.
A fine choice, Bargeman.
I know y'all too well. Y'all are all the same.
Finland takes a big swig of the drink and says, he kind of just scoffs to himself, laughs a bit, says, "This is some genuine stuff. They don't make it like this back home. I didn't know they had it here."
And Sith, you have the option to choose if you want to reveal what Stu told you before, or keep that to yourself.
Keeping that to myself.
Technically speaking,
Gidget heard it too,
wouldn't
though.
the- yeah,
Well, Gidget heard it too, but Gidget's still in gecko form.
I'm still giggle.
I'm not letting him out of that gecko form until we're up in the room, so.
Well, yeah.
So at this point, is it me and Galadar and Jonas all sitting at the bar eating?
Sith, if you still
Jonas
want
is
to
already
stay at the
talking.
bar with the others, you're free to. If you want to go back to the room, you may. If you would like to, I would say...
I'm gonna finish up my drink and then go up to the room and then drop Gecko off there and then make my way out of the bar.
Okay. So, Gidget doesn't want to hang... I mean, Sith doesn't want to hang out with you. You guys aren't cool enough.
We're
So-
lame.
She's out of the bar. So it's you three. So all House Grovian. So
Gidget
he
will find a nice corner in the room on wild shape and then just pass out.
so Stu's gonna come back to the bar and pass out these really like hearty chunks of meat with like a side of like veggies. And it's with a little bit of a light spice on the vegetables and a little bit of like a light glaze on the meat. A hearty meal for the hardiest of men. Enjoy.
Galadar just like kind of hums and grunts in approval, and he starts digging in.
Jonas is already way ahead of him.
Finland is already digging into his meal and just enjoying every last bite of it because he hasn't had a good, authentic meal from back home in a while.
And so, Kaleon, so Gidget's back in the room with you. And Sith, you're gone from the bar. You left the inn.
Sorry, say it again?
So you're gone from the bar. Are you leaving the inn or are you just...
I'm leaving the inn.
Okay.
I'm leaving the inn to go to where I was going.
You're going to the place that Stu told you about?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys notice that she's leaving and you see her past the windows of the past the inn. So you notice that she's going somewhere else. It's up to you if you want to ignore it.
Wait, do we
or
make
if
a
you want-
perception check on this? Do we make a perception check on this, or?
I'd say make a perception check.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm trying to be as quiet as I can. I'm just making it very chillax as I can.
Alright, I'll do a perception roll.
Okay, yeah.
Do they need to be my passive?
What's your passive?
10. So yeah, most of them beat it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
we all beat it.
they notice you. So it's up to you whether you want to follow her. You follow Jonas. I mean, Jonas didn't care nor notice. So are we going to follow Sith is the question.
Finland kind
I'm
of
letting
looks
you know,
over at
Sith will care. I'm letting you know now, Sith will care if you follow.
Finland looks over at Galadar, kind of like bumps his shoulder, says, What do you want to do? One of them sneaking out. Do you want to follow, Mr. Righteous?"
Unlike with Galadar, she was in the prisons for a reason. And she wasn't being completely honest with me either. And also, do you remember what the Queen said? She was snooping around the library. In the Royal Library, no less.
I'll
My
let
oath
you
to-
make the call.
Galdar kind of like looks him in the eye and then looks back at her or at Sith, kind of disappearing into the crowd. And reluctantly, he makes the call to follow her because that does what his oath does kind of demand him to do so. Just in case if because he doesn't exactly know what her intentions are. He knows that there's something not completely honest going on, so it's kind of his duty to kind of investigate.
Okay.
So he looks back at Fenlin and says, "Yes, I will follow, but you are not required to do so. You may do as you will."
Fenlin looks back to his drink and his food and looks at Galdar and says, "Well, I've done enough following for today." And he just kind of looks over and then looks back at his food and keeps digging in and says, "That's all you."
Jonas, what are you gonna do?
He's eating, drinking, going to bed. It's been a
All
day.
right. So I'm going to have Galadar here, but this is where I'm going to stop because there is going to be a decent amount that I think Sith and Galadar are gonna have to deal with when the time comes. So I don't want to keep you guys much longer. We did reach 3 hours.
We did.
Yeah, indeed.
Woohoo.
I did
What
say
a
I would
good
keep this
start.
at 3 hours.
3 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah. We got through a pretty good amount, a little bit more
Yeah,
than
we got
I
through a lot.
expected.
Yeah.
But honestly,
yeah.
this is kind of what I projected a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, this gives me time to prepare.
Yeah,
What I'm
so
gonna say.
prepare yourself because after this it's going to be a little bit more cutthroat. I will try to have combat ready at some point.
Yeah.
I'm still learning, and again, thank you guys so much for having patience with me, especially because I'm new. But what were you guys' thoughts?
I liked
It was
it.
very fun.
It was
I liked
really
it, yeah.
fun.
I'm excited to see where this all goes. I'm excited to
Good-
see where everyone's
Everyone's
journey ends up.
characters are very interesting.
Very unique. It definitely from a gecko to a farmer. Definitely a range.
I
A
still
range.
love how
You
we
get a range going on.
unintentionally rewrote what I intended for the Hasgrovians. The fact that y'all just mutually
They're all
decided to be
country boys.
a country, because I was trying to go for like Viking, Norse type thing. You guys,
Housegrove, he was a heck of a fella. But he was a failure.
I'm going.
Failure.
Oh my god! If you guys do venture to Hollisgrove, it's going to be very, very interesting. I will say
Oh,
that. I've got a lot of
so
rewrites going on
fun
in my
now.
head.
Oh boy.
Ding.
Oh,
Yeah.
we can have
Also-
fun.
Oh,
Boy.
Taka, I like how Bo in campaign 2 had pocket bacon. Well, now Sith has a pocket gecko.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, you could turn that gecko into poison bacon.
True.
Hey,
Ooh.
hey,
Listen,
hey,
listen. All I'm
hey.
saying, potentially, polymorph.
Polymorph is a great spell when you need it.
All they gotta do is
Not
just
when
lick
it's
the bacon.
cast on you.
I
And
feel
then
like
bam!
everybody
No,
got
when it's
equal
Poison
cast
damage.
on you, I've learned. Trauma.
Trauma.
Trauma. One shot trauma. I'm telling you, one shot trauma is worse than campaign trauma. That's the scary shit because it happens to you during the one full 8-hour fucking session.
I definitely feel like everybody got like equal participation. Like that was pretty.
That was something I was trying
Yeah.
to stay conscious of, especially when we're already doing like separation and pathways. I definitely do want to make sure that everyone kind of gets equal turn, especially like with Gidget. I wanted to give Gidget opportunity because you guys left her in that damn cell. I'm not blaming you, but like Kira,
What
thank
do
you
you
so
mean
much
I
for the
pried it open?
$5 donation to the American Red Cross. Thank you.
Woo!
Woo!
I pr-
Hell yeah, Kira.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You are
Alright,
fantastic.
so the next session's not next week because
No.
I can't do. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I can't. I care more about Nocturne season 2 than I care
It's
about
not
D&D.
next week, it's the week after. So the next
Yeah.
time, the
After.
next session of the Queen's Corpsemen will be at the
In
end,
2
the
weeks.
last
Not next week, but the week
last
after.
Friday of the month, which I'm kind of trying to keep that consistent. So it's going to be the second and fourth Friday of every month. If I have to change that, I will
You
change
probably
it.
have to change it for February because I think February only has 3 Fridays
Yeah, I'll switch it
this
around.
year.
So it'll
I think
be
it only has 3
if it's
Fridays this
not
year.
if it's not 3 Fridays,
It
it's
has
going to be
4.
the last. Oh, it has 4. Okay.
Yeah.
It does.
28
I
days
can never
exact.
remember. I'm not good with days.
We actually have
7,
5
14,
January.
21,
5
I
January.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been raw dogging life the past few weeks.